They always offended, it's often admitted. I'm all independent, I irritate those awfully wicked. Wait, pause for a minute. Bryson, why you causing division? I loved your music, now you're homophobic, all for attention. They say I'm only popular because I'm controversial. Or is it that your favorite rappers all with pop commercial? Y'all got Spotify to ban my songs, I guess my topics hurt you. And do y'all miss real hip-hop because this the time reversal? The baby can promote violence and drugs all on his CD, but he'll get canceled if he ever offends LGBT. I know everybody hates me, but I also know they need me. But they cancel me because I don't succumb my freedoms freely. And hip-hop wasn't always like this, bruh, believe me. Now rappers wearing dresses and calling each other sweetie. Well, somebody gotta say it, huh? Why can't it be me? Can I say screw Dr. Fauci? Can I say screw the CDC? Hey, uh-oh, Bryson, tone it down. You know we need your voice. God of the world. Well, that's an easy choice. Who has time for some white guy to BLM face mask? Playing my music, screaming everything that I say is bad. I can't bow down to the mob cause I'm too real. I can't be controlled cause I don't need a deal. They say you going way too far, you need to chill. Sorry, I don't really care about how you feel. Ay, I can't bow down to the mob cause I'm too real. I can't be controlled cause I don't need a deal. They say you going way too far, you need to chill. Ay, sorry, I don't really care about how you feel.
I resurfaced on purpose, I'm Houdini. Now I ain't going nowhere like I'm Tim Pool's beanie. I got permanent.
What's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in. We'll get started soon.
Perfectly search for the surface and fly like an eagle. Praise Jesus. Your favorite rapper is satanic. Great panic in the place that ain't safe to be straight magic. Play patterns in your face till your brain scrambles from bass samples. Can't handle the heat, then get away from the flame candles. Don't quote this song, just say a prayer to the holy.
We're just getting set up. We got a few guests coming through. I'm gonna play some tunes for y'all, safe tunes that won't get me smacked on YouTube. But thank you, just so you guys can hear me, thank you guys for joining somewhere in the middle to cover the Republican caucus. I'm excited for what we see tonight. We will be taking your questions. At some point, we're gonna open up the live for people to come on and give their opinions on what they thought, open some dialogue. I probably won't be able to do a whole show because it is an early day for my kids getting out of school. But nonetheless, we do appreciate your support and you guys tuning in every Tuesday and Friday and any other coverage that we do. It is much appreciated. So, like I said, I got to get everything set up. I'm probably going to start. You know what? Let me just put the feed up right now. Why not? We got a question right here. Do you think Trump can make it to election time? They will try to find a way to stop him. All the luggage he is carrying. Mo will be here. She's just not here right now, but Mo will be joining as well. I think that this election is Trump's. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think any other candidate right now is viable outside of Trump. You know? But we'll see what happens. You know, this is America. And stranger things have happened. That's the baby in the background. Stranger things have happened. We saw it happen on the 2020 election. And that crazy madness that went down. So I don't know. Oh, we'll see. But I personally do think that Trump it's Trump all day. That's what I see. Just what I see. But who am I? Who am I? I could be totally wrong. If you guys don't mind, can you please share this? If you're on Facebook, hit that share button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe. You will not want to miss another live. We are a very objective, unbiased media source. Me and Mo do not agree on many things, and we oftentimes have debates on major things going on within culture, within politics. We'll stay tuned.
Yes, 97% on the homophobia test, but I was 3% off, so I wasn't impressed. All the people, they should be under arrest. They say the song's so offensive, but only if you get offended. I can't offend you without your permission, and you don't even have to listen. They say the song's so offensive, but only if you get offended. I can't offend you without your permission, and you don't even have to listen. Eminem threatened gay people in his songs. I'm not that bad. I just wanna to Iran or Baghdad. I mean, they wanna leave anyway. Why are they that mad? I'm not mean. I just have questions I wanna ask. Why are men paying no dresses to be edgy? Back in high school, I would've gave them a wedgie. Trans people scream out, why won't society accept me? But they didn't accept themselves, or they ain't ready. They say, Bryson, are you homophobic? Yes. Well, are you transphobic too? Yes. I mean, I don't know who I value less. A harlots on us are showing their breasts. Being the president isn't a job for women. Calm down. Put on the dress, back to the kitchen. We used to shame degenerates, but now it's different. We turn from God, now on TV, two men kissing.
Tonight, but it is Nikki Haley, the former Trump ambassador, who has real momentum in New Hampshire. And she's hoping she can now generate some traction in Iowa that could bounce her into the Granite State primary.
Oh, Lord.
Their own support for
running into tech issues already.
About the perceived political establishment and legal establishment in this country. So there's not a reservation about Trump among his supporters. They want to see a revival of Trump despite everything that's going on.
Thank you, Rose, for sharing.
The classified records case.
What do we got? We got a question here.
That are looking into his role on January.
Let's turn this down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Turn it down. Have you ever heard of Air American Radio, the failed left-wing talk radio network that lasted from 2004 to 2010? I've never heard of it, no. I would love to have my own radio show, but I have to have someone brave enough, willing to give me a radio show. I'm like a risk to most people. They're like, I don't know what you're going to get up here and say.
In between these campaign stops by Donald Trump, how does that affect this race?
I don't like that this is stopping and going. We got to figure this out.
Job staking out these campaigns, and you really get a sense about how the legal issues hover over Trump, even as he's pulling victory here in Iowa tonight, being asked by Olivia about that E. Jean Carroll defamation case.
Let's refresh, y'all. How about that? What up, Michelle? What's up, everybody watching? Thank you so much for tuning in, bro. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. Hopefully these notifications go out soon, because sometimes notifications don't even be working. They don't even be working. We might not be using Sling TV tonight, y'all. We'll see. All right, let's get this going on not YouTube, but Instagram as well. I'm trying to be streaming all over the place. What's up, Uncle Sid in the building? Thank you for tuning in. Oh, wait, Instagram Live. What? Let me find out.
Olivia Rinaldi and all of our campaign reporters doing an excellent job staking out these campaigns, and you really get a sense about how the legal issues hover over Trump, even as he's poised for a victory here in Iowa tonight, being asked by Olivia about that E. Jean Carroll defamation case. Trump is scheduled to have appearances in that case this week about the rape allegation that Trump has been accused of in civil court, and he has been said to now have to stand ready to pay damages. But he's been arguing with the judge in that case with his legal team that he shouldn't have to attend due to his mother-in-law's funeral this week.
2/3 of voters in those entrance polls say that he is still fit to be president, even if convicted of a crime. Robert Costa, thank you. Major?
Let's go now to CBS Mornings co-host Tony DeCopel, who was inside a caucus site for us at Beaver Creek Elementary School in Johnston, Iowa. Tony, good evening.
Hey, good evening, Major Garrett. I'm going to keep my voice a little bit low because they are on the brink of beginning this caucus here behind me. There's about 75, maybe 100 people in the room. I think they're going to be a little bit delayed in the start, though, because they've got a very long line of people out front. This is a heavily Democratic era. It skews to registered Democrats. And one of the things we were wondering tonight is whether we would see a large number of Democrats come fill out the paperwork to switch parties so they could participate in this Republican caucus. And what I'll tell you is they've got dozens and dozens of those forms at the front. People are switching. They are so concerned about this election. They want their voice heard from the Democratic side playing in the Republican caucus. They've actually run out of the forms here at Beaver Creek Elementary School. So you've got a lineup outside of Republicans trying to check in. You've got a second pool of Democrats waiting for additional paperwork to be brought in so that they can change their registration and get into this high school gym right here. So pretty dynamic and fluid situation. In terms of chatting with the voters, things that they are looking for, things that they're not looking for, they've made up their minds by and large. Some people are still open to a change. They're going to hear their community members speak on behalf of different
This cutting in and out is really going to bother me.
Haley room by and large with a smack.
It's going to bother me.
Trump voters. That's my temperature take just walking around. Ron DeSantis does not have a lot of support in this particular venue. That is a meaningless data point, but I offer it up because it's where I'm standing on this.
He said it's meaningless, but I'm offering it up.
So,
why'd you bring it up then?
Things as they unfold here.
This is CBS News. Let me see if I can find this on YouTube.
Actually, quite excited. This is democracy in action. Every time we have a presidential election and I'm able to get into a room for a primary vote or a caucus, it just sort of fills me with butterflies. And they're just beginning, so I'll toss it back to you.
Oh, they're starting.
And Tony, I want to ask you about the process you outlined, because it will take a little bit of time, because this is a party building exercise run by the Republican Party. And if you want to change your registration, you not only have to have voter ID, you have to bring proof of your residency, a lease or a utility bill. That takes a little bit of time to go through. If you're going to go through that process, and clearly that's happening there, that is going to slow things down a bit. Yes?
Yeah, that is true. And that is what's happening. I also want to tell you that what just happened behind me is a leader of the caucus site here stood before his fellow Republicans and offered a motion to accommodate the additional voters who are trying to register, and they're delaying the start. It's already 7 p.m., so things should have begun, but they have not. And so they said all in favor of delaying the start so we can get everybody processed. Say aye, and I think you may have heard the aye. So this is a sign of engagement. It's a sign of excitement, and it gets me excited, frankly.
Engagement and process. Everyone wants to keep the process
That was a little
orderly
cringe.
and transparent.
Ain't even gonna hold you.
Thank you so very much. Let's go now to CBS
Getting a
News
little
Election
excited.
Surveys Director Anthony Salvanta, who is standing by at the CBS News data desk with more insight into the top issues on the minds of caucus goers this evening. Anthony, what can you share with us?
Hey there, Major. And first of all, tell Tony his precinct is absolutely not meaningless. It is meaningful. It's one of 1,600. We'll get the data from there, just like we get from every place else. So that's great. But look, we're going to be talking a lot tonight about not just Donald Trump. We're going to be talking about issues of democracy. And one of them is right here from the entrance poll. This is our survey of people going into the caucus. One of the things they were asked, is Donald Trump fit to be president?
See if we're live.
Convicted of a crime. And you're at 2/3 right now, these caucus goers who say yes. And I put this out there right up front because this is going to be one of those things
What's up, Tiffany?
all through the campaign, right? This
What's up,
question,
Michelle?
Republicans, and we've seen this in our polling, we see this here in the entrance poll, are feeling that the charges against him are politically motivated, especially those in the MAGA base. They are in favor of, majority of them in favor of, him seeking revenge against political opponents. This is an animating force. So not only does he have strong support, but some of these ideas are running through at least this very conservative caucus major.
And Anthony, we love to be transparent about our internal process here at CBS News. We have characterized this caucus as lean Trump. How did we get there?
We got there because based on our entrance polls interview.
Just so you guys know, I cannot find any Fox stream right now. So not that it matters because, you know, we're watching. We get to hear what these people are saying. But, you know, some people won't watch unless it's Fox News. They feel some type of way if you're covering it and it's CBS or MSNBC, guys. All media sources lie. I'm just here to say that to you. All media sources lie. They all have an agenda to push. And they all have their favorites when it comes to candidates. So don't be turned off by the fact that you see CBS. We all get to watch this, and you're watching it with people who have held objective, consistent views throughout the last, 5-6 years during politics. So don't be turned off. Don't leave. Stay right here.
Hearing, what are you watching for?
What's up to the people who just joined on Instagram, by the way? If you are watching this on Instagram, do me a favor and please hit that share button. Send it to at least 5 of your friends. If all of you can do that, we can get a bunch of people here. And after the live is done, I will host an Instagram live where we talk about what happened during the caucus. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, at some point we will open up the live for you guys to join and give your opinions on what you thought of tonight.
In some of the far conservative rural reaches of this state. That's the kind of organization and commitment that the former president and his team have put into this state that he failed to put in 8 years ago when he lost. And look at these temperatures for tonight, as low as -17, some wind chills in the north central parts of the state into the -30s as people race from the parking lot into the church or the library or the town hall that might be hosting these caucuses. It'll be very curious to see if turnout gets anywhere near the roughly 186,000 Republicans who participated back in 2016. State party leaders had been hoping for record turnout tonight, now conceding that may not happen.
And Ed, does the size
it was supposed to start about 13 minutes ago. I would say it's probably going to be about 2 or 3 hours, to be honest with you.
Trump could be on track to smash essentially the Republican record for the largest victory margin in the history of
I think everyone knows this. I wish I could put up polls. I can ask you and you guys can give me your comments in the chat. How many of you really think Donald Trump is not going to get the nominee tonight? I think it is without question that Trump will in fact be the Republican nominee. I don't think Nikki Haley has a chance. I don't think DeSantis has a chance. I don't even believe Vivek has a chance. Hutchinson. I don't think any of these people have a chance. It is going to be a Trump versus Biden ticket unless Democrats pull some crazy stuff or unless Republicans decide to pull some crazy stuff and force Trump off the ballot. But drop your answers in the comments section. Is anyone worried tonight? Or are you all just highly confident that Trump is going to win this, the vote to be the nominee, to represent the Republican Party?
13, 20, 25 points over Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley tonight. They will struggle to justify their continued existence in this race. It might leave some Republican voters saying, gosh, I would have liked some options into March, but they may not be able to afford it if the donor money is drying up and they're looking for alternatives themselves.
Okay. Everybody's saying Trump. All right. I believe the same thing.
And CBS News chief political analyst and anchor of CBS News Primetime, John Dickerson, is with us following along with all the results as they come in. John, you have seen the latest entrance poll data. Lean Trump, not a huge surprise given the consistency of the polling that we have looked at. So what do you hope to glean from tonight's results?
Well, who's got a story coming out of this, Nora? And that story could be Donald Trump wins big and it's over. It's not just it, but also it could be in a second place showing who can convert whatever happens into the story that Republican voters in the next states, if the contest goes on there, can tell their friends, and that begins the conversation. If there's
ooh, that's a good one. Trump voters banning abortions nationwide.
except as Major Garrett
Look at
pointed out,
that. That was a good percentage, y'all. Over 70% are in favor and 32% were not in favor. Over 70% for DeSantis too, 21. Ooh, let's look at this one. Haley voters banning abortions nationwide. Favor of banning, 26%. Opposing, right there at the bottom, is 72%. That is pretty telling to me. What? Listen, hold on. We got to give her this tonight. I'm going to be giving Nikki Haley this for a long time and a long time to come. Repeal the 19th. Y'all are not in favor of banning abortions nationwide. These are Nikki Haley voters, predominantly women. Let's be honest about it. They're probably predominantly women, but holy smokes, that was crazy. I got to get a screenshot of that. Did Biden win legitimately in 2020? These are Haley voters. 74% says yes. 23% says no. Wow. Wow. Interesting.
States that voted Obama, then Trump in 2016. 31 of them are in Iowa, almost all of them in eastern Iowa. Once a Democratic stronghold, now not only just Republican, but staunchly Trump Republican. That talks to what we are seeing fueling an expected Trump victory tonight. Not only a light change from blue to red, but a deep redness in Iowa, reflective of Trump's involvement and influence here. Don't you agree?
Oh,
Let's
absolutely.
see.
And
We got to turn this nonsense down. He ain't going to jail. Give me a crime he committed. But the caucus doesn't come on till 10. The results, and we have to cover it. The results probably won't fully be in until 10, but listening to them give their last minute speeches and all that will be happening. Shout out to Madison Downs for sharing my live. I appreciate that. Bum, 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 bum. All right, hold on. I'm watching CBS. I'm also watching Peep. I've got probably about 5 different feeds up here. We got MSNBC. We got NDT. We got the Dave Pakman Show. We got the Associated Press. We have a lot of different feeds going on. I'll be switching back and forth depending on which one is the best. But this is just covering. This is pretty much like an election, what we did on election night, where we are covering the votes coming in, having discussions about politics going forward, what we see now, how we feel about the candidates, and allowing the audience to get involved as well. And we're also covering the polls. MSDNC, I got you. We're also covering the early polls that are coming out where people are giving their opinions based on who they're voting for. Nikki Haley and all these people, their voters, and the polls that are coming out are pretty interesting, if I do say so myself. Nikki Haley voters are not in favor of a nationwide abortion ban. Over 70% of her voters say they oppose it. And I think I was a mere 23% say they were in favor. Interesting. Ron DeSantis, vice president. Ugh. I don't think I could do that one. But we had a question. Tiffany K had a question tonight. She said, can Trump not be on the ballot even going through his legal battles? If it was someone else, they would be allowed on the ballot. Are you asking if he is not allowed to be on the ballot? I'm going to let you clarify your question. But he is allowed to be on the ballot even through his legal battles. And yes, any other person would be allowed on the ballot because there's nothing that says you can't be on the ballot. What's up, Elizabeth? Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. All the people watching on Facebook, all the people who are watching on Instagram. Where else y'all watching from? YouTube. I think we're going to get Rumble up here soon. Thank you all for tuning in. All right, let's switch feeds real quick. See what this is talking about.
2024 election is very important to me because it's going to change the impact of our country. And this country has been going in the wrong direction that I don't want my generation and the next generation to live in a country that has been going downhill with low interest rates and all this stuff that's bad for America, and seeing our America that I once was taught to believe in being torn apart. That's something that I don't want to see, and so that's why I'll be out caucusing tomorrow night, because I want to take our country back and leave a good legacy for the next generation.
Some good reporting by Arlene Richards there. Now back to our guests, Bart McCoys and Lieutenant Stephen Rogers. Now, Lieutenant, before the break, we were talking about Nikki Haley and what she can offer versus other candidates. What can she offer that other candidates can't?
Well, the one thing she can offer that other candidates can't is a hope and dreams of a lot of women across this country, especially young women in high school and college. They're seeing a young lady like Nikki Haley have a terrific career in politics and serving a country, but isn't it exciting? I think about my daughters to see a woman running for president of the United States with the possibility of winning.
Repeal the 19.
Offers, and I think it's a great thing for America.
And right now, we do have some numbers we're going to pull up for you. As the numbers come in, we have the top 4 candidates right now that are leading in Iowa. If we take a look here, we could see former President Trump is at 76%, Governor Ron DeSantis at 12%, Nikki Haley at 7%, and Vivek Ramaswamy at 4%. This is the early numbers here with just barely 1% of the vote in. We're going to continue to monitor these numbers, but as expected with the early polling,
barely 1%, and who's
Trump
leading?
Is sitting atop at 77% right now. Bart, what do you make of this as expected?
I would guess that these are the rural counties. These are the places. There are roughly 1,700 polling places in Iowa. There are about 700,000 registered Republicans, and I would guess between maybe 200,000 and 220,000 are going to vote tonight. So you do the math, you're looking at anywhere from, small counties where maybe only 40 or 50 people show up. So when they go there, they actually write down the name of their chosen candidate on a piece of paper and turn it in, and somebody opens it and counts it in front of everybody, and they call it in and say we have 75 for Trump and 30 for Haley and so forth. So those counties are so small, they're easy to count, and they're going to be the ones that count first. We're going to see that lead of Trump diminish throughout the night because the big counties like Des Moines are much more leftist oriented. They're more liberal Republicans. They are, and they're bigger, and it's going to take longer to count them. And that's where Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis are going to have their strength.
We're actually going to pull up a soundbite, get your reaction, Lieutenant.
Be right back,
let's play
y'all.
that and get your reaction on the other side.
We actually have a large fundraiser on the 30th of January at a major apartment in New York City where we're raising a tremendous amount of money. Believe it or not, a number of it coming from Democrats.
Lieutenant, that was a soundbite earlier from Fox News where you had essentially somebody saying that a lot of the money pouring into the Haley campaign is coming from Democrats. Does this ultimately help or hurt her moving forward?
Well, it's a good question. It depends on who is going to benefit from that. The Democrats, in their view, they want her to get the nomination, perhaps believing they could defeat her. That could backfire very, very badly. It's nothing new in politics. It's happened year in and year out, cycle after cycle. And at the end of the day, whoever's supposed to win, they'll win. But this may backfire on them very badly.
Yes, indeed. And we will be back in just a moment.
Yes, when we return from this very short break, NTD's Iris Tao with an on-the-ground update. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Susan Lucci. I never thought about heart disease until I had my own heart event. I received 2 stents in my arteries, stents developed through research funded by the American Heart Association. Those stents saved my life. I have met so many survivors. Each of them tells a story that can be so helpful to women out there.
Everything was pretty good. It was a very happy life. I was given the diagnosis that I had peripartum cardiomyopathy, which is basically a pregnancy-induced heart failure. They told me my only chance was a heart transplant.
And the American Heart Association helped make that possible. Their research helped save me.
I think everyone should support the American Heart Association. Call now or go to helpheart.org. For only $19 a month, just 63 cents a day, you can help fund the next medical breakthrough. Get the next person trained in CPR, the next hospital certified in high-quality cardiovascular care. You can be part of that very important work that the American Heart Association is doing to save lives everywhere. Give $19 a month with your credit card, and we'll send you this special t-shirt that you can wear to show that you are helping save lives.
I'm grateful for just every day that I get with my children. I am very thankful for the American Heart Association.
Heart disease is America's #1 killer, and your support now can help save your life or the life of someone you love. Listen to your heart. The only reason I'm here today is because I did. So please call the number on your screen or go to helpheart.org now. Join me as a monthly donor today and help save even more lives.
Hi everyone watching at home. We're here to remind you that if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, listen up. We have live agents available right now to answer your questions and tell you how much your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Gina Belich, here with spokesman and TV personality Tom Mustin with us in the Help Center. So Tom, phones are really busy over there. Tell us what kind of calls you're seeing.
Well, Gina, first off, thank you for having me here in the call center with you. We always enjoy talking to the viewers and getting folks the compensation that they deserve. You know, we're seeing calls about all kinds of accidents, but the most common by far has been car accidents. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, give us a call right now. You'll speak with a live person. They'll answer any questions you have and tell you if you have a case and how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. All right, folks at home, you heard it. Take advantage of this opportunity and
And welcome back to our special live coverage. I'm Steve Lance.
And I'm Tiffany Meyer. Now, before we go to our reporter in Iowa, I've got two new guests to introduce. President of American Principles Project and former congressional campaign manager Terry Schilling. And of course, former campaign advisor Lieutenant Stephen Rogers, or Captain America. Glad to have you both here. Now, Roger, what is happening out there? What is the atmosphere like? Give us a sense.
Well, the good news is that the temperature is going up to -3. It was -14 last night when I went out to dinner. So, you know, break out your bathing suits. But nothing much is happening here at Vivek Ramaswamy's party headquarters yet. It's at the Sector Hotel. It's a trendy joint, as befits the candidate, where there has been a big dust-up in the last couple of days between Trump and Ramaswamy, who were until then best buddies. All of a sudden, you know, the 45th president had some nasty things to say about Vivek. We will see what materializes about that night as the night goes on, and hopefully I might get a statement from Vivek about it. We'll see what's going.
And Roger, while you are still there with us, give us a sense what the voters have been saying. The night is still very young, but what is how is the turnout so far? Any sense of that?
Unfortunately,
Roger, just in case you didn't hear me that time, I know the night is still very young, but give us a sense of the turnout, the voter turnout for Vivek.
Well, we don't know, do we? I mean, he thinks that there's going to be a big surprise. And, he's supposed to think that. Whether there will be, we will know quite soon, actually. I mean, people are starting to vote in the caucuses, or to caucus, not to vote, really. I've been to them, and then what they do is they stand at the corner of the candidate they support. And sometimes they see their boss in the opposite corner, and they quickly hurry and scurry over to get to the right corner. We'll see what happens with Vivek later on, and hopefully we'll get a crowd here in this party room.
Well, Roger, thank you for that, and we will be checking in with you throughout the night.
And now to our panel. We have Terry Schilling and Lieutenant Rogers. Great to have you both here. I would like to pull up some of the quotes here from former President Trump and Vivek as we're discussing that Roger mentioned in his opening statement there. It was quite interesting to see. Vivek has been kind of dubbed the younger version of former president, firing a shot across the bow, one might say, saying that Vivek is not MAGA. If we do have that,
here we go.
Pull it up. But what do you make of that, Terry?
Well, I think that this is what happens in campaigns. I've been involved in several of them, and there's always
here we go.
Amount of friction, especially the day of and the days leading up to the election. I think Vivek has a long future in our party. I think that he's fresh. He knows what time it is, which is the most important thing. But I don't put anything past this. I think we need to move on after tonight as a united front, regardless of what the outcome is. And we'll see. I think this is just Trump being Trump and politics being politics.
Well, we'll pull up Vivek's response to that. Truth of former president. Vivek essentially saying that he wasn't going to reply.
To his credit, going back to Reagan's 11th commandment, thou shalt not speak evil of any other Republican. I don't think he's connecting with the American people. I also believe that Donald Trump, President Trump, wants everybody talking about Donald Trump and no one else. But for him to, for Vivi to, I call him Vivi because I can't pronounce his last name.
This is what I mean, bro.
Pretty strategic in this, not getting involved in attacking Trump. And to his credit, you know what? It kind of benefits him. Like I said earlier, people are tired. They don't want any more of that stuff.
Well, Terry, Vivek Ramaswamy has been polling in the single digits in Iowa and nationally, but he is very articulate. He's very popular among the anti-establishment conservatives. He's also quite popular among young people. Where do you see his future looking like? Maybe not just in this race, but beyond.
Well, look, he's 38 years old, right? So the world is literally his oyster. He's bright. He's very smart. He's been able to figure out the political moment that America is in right now, and young people are flocking to him. Now, the tricky thing for anyone that's running against Trump is the Republican base still likes him, right? And the polling shows that he's had a 35-point lead according to Real Clear Politics average. In Iowa, it's a 25-point lead in New Hampshire. Voters want Trump, and they don't want Trump light right now. But I just think right now, the results we get in tonight, it's really a reflection of just how much the party likes Trump and supports him and doesn't want to get rid of him.
We will see. Let's flip over and hit this feed. See what they talking about.
You've got solid support for Donald Trump. Now, look, folks who know politics know that
I'm going to get to your question, Tiffany.
Part of the Iowa caucus. White evangelical voters are going to be a large percentage. Well, Donald Trump, of course, they've shown him strong support for really through his presidency, and no change in that. The other one that I want to talk to, though, is this majority of Iowa caucus goers who said that if Donald Trump were to be convicted of a crime, because as themes of democracy are going to be talked about all through this campaign, that's one where you say, okay, well, there was those Republican-based voters, they feel that those indictments are politically motivated. They feel, in fact, that that's motivating.
We don't feel, we know. They are politically motivated. There's nothing that they have against Trump. I don't know why I just paused, but there's nothing that they have against Trump that's going to stick. To answer your question, wouldn't want your daughter to be in charge of a business, a country? My daughter being in charge of a business versus a country is completely different. Would I support her being in charge of a business? Of course, it's her business. Would I support her being in charge of an entire country? Absolutely not. No, I would not. You want to know why? Because I'm a woman myself and I understand my limitations and my inability to make very hard decisions without factoring in feelings a lot of the times. And when you're running a country, feelings should be the last thing you're thinking about. The very last thing you're thinking about. So hopefully that answers your question. Listen, I'm clearly a woman who has a brain. I'm clearly a woman who can formulate an opinion. I'm articulate. There are hundreds of people that listen to me, if not thousands. I understand that. And I'm glad that those people listen to me. But they also get a very honest take from me when I'm being emotional. And there are times when I get on here and I'm not being too logical with my opinions and I'm being emotional. That's it. That's it. I know that's hard for a lot of women to take in, but it just is what it is.
Want any Democrat in office. So hopefully they'll get a Republican.
I'm going to have more people on here discussing these things. It won't just be me talking. There's Mo right there. Mo's coming in 5. We got Liddell coming. Possibly we got Deontay coming. Hopefully we'll have a full panel and a full discussion of what we view for the country, our opinions on what's going on with this primary election. But me personally, Trump's got it in the bag. That's it. Trump's got it in the bag.
The top line, as you can see, Donald Trump is winning right now at 70%. Ron DeSantis is number 2 at 15. Nikki Haley at number 3 at 7.8, and Vivek at 6.3. Again, this is about 1% of the vote, not even coming in. So don't, a lot can change between here and there when the end is reached. So let's take a look at some of the
Trump
counties,
won. Stop it.
Some numbers reported. Here we have Leon County, Donald Trump number 1, Ron DeSantis number 2.
Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let me pull the results up myself. Why don't we do this ourselves over here? Pull this up. I'll look at some of your other questions too, but it's a one-woman show right now, so forgive me. National polls are favoring Trump. Trump. Because we all know who's going to win. It's Trump. Who's ahead in the Iowa polls? 52% Trump. New Hampshire, 43% Trump. Nikki Haley has a 30% favorability. South Carolina polls, 54% Trump. Nikki Haley at 24%. Who has the most endorsements? Trump. I don't even know why we're doing this. Maybe I'm being a little biased and I'm just like, you know what? Trump has got this. So why are we even discussing who can potentially win? Cry, baby, cry. Who's crying? What happened? I missed it. Oh, Lord, my pillow. Can't I? Oh, Lord. What's his name? Mike, what's his name, y'all? Doom, 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 doo, doo, doom, doom, doom. I like using the Guardian, honestly. Every news source has Trump winning. Every single news source, even CNN, Mike Lindell, thank you. CNN has projected Trump to be the winner. If CNN is projecting Trump to be the winner, then you know he's got it. I don't know. We saw what happened in 2020. If Trump wins the election, will there be riots everywhere? Yes. I do believe there will be riots. I believe there will be hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of people absolutely losing their mind, calling it the darkest day in democracy. I think Trump winning the election in 2024 will supersede January 6th. Just saying. Jennifer Zahn says the meaning of Christian and Trump are complete opposites. I'm so disappointed in people representing themselves as Christian when the Christ I worship, I can't imagine his shame. Not judging, just witnessing Trump's behaviors, actions, and words. I actually agree with you here, Ginger. There's a lot of Christians who kind of struggle with if they want to vote for Trump or not. So I agree with this comment, and it's actually nice to see a fellow believer say what I've been saying for so long. And it's nice to hear it coming from the commenters, especially on Facebook. A lot of my followers on Facebook are devout Trump supporters, bro. And you cannot say anything about Trump without them thinking that you're somehow a paid operative or you're paid to create dissent and chaos. Like you're not allowed to have your own opinion on these things, which is a little nutty to me. Let me not say a little. That's pretty crazy to me that people are that gung-ho over Trump and you having a different opinion than they do. I want to look at some of these polls so we can talk about these polls. Let me see. We are going to have caucuses for the rest of February and March, by the way. So I'm sure we'll be doing a lot more of these. Where are the polls at, dude? The heck's going on? All right, here we go. Here we go. Maybe I should go to Real Clear Politics.
And caucus night continues in Iowa, where our reporters are on the ground giving us live updates as the data continues to come in. I'm Steve Lance.
And I'm Tiffany Meyer.
And we've got Arlene Richards connecting with us on the ground in Iowa. What is the latest out there, Arlene?
Well, the latest is that DeSantis and his group, the supporters, are all out at the caucuses right now, and they will be here by about 8:30 p.m. this evening. So while we're waiting for them to come back, let's learn a little bit more about caucusing and what's involved in that. I spoke to a GOP precinct chair earlier today. Let's watch. So we're here in Dallas County, Iowa with Terry Rich, and he's getting things set up for a caucus tonight here at an elementary school. You want to tell us what we can expect to happen here tonight?
Well, people will be coming in just a few hours, and they'll be doing the caucus, and that is a straw poll for the presidential candidates who have worked here for almost 8 months, talking to us face to face. So back here at empty gym, and we'll have what's called a precinct. There'll be 2 precincts here. We'll bring them together. They will register, show a voter ID. They'll sit down, and we'll do the pledge, the prayer, and then we're going to allow people to talk about their presidential candidate. After 8 months, why did you select? So they each get 3 minutes, which isn't a lot, but a lot of people have their mind made up. And at that point, after that's done, then we do some party business, because the caucus has 2 or 3 real key structures that we have to do. One is to, of course, do the straw poll. The other is to get volunteers that will help us in the election in the fall. And to do that, we'll ask for people to help us with our central committee for the county. We'll ask people to go to the county convention, and then they can work their way all the way to the national convention. And we'll ask them to write down what platforms they like with the Republican Party and what they don't like, so that we can take that to the convention, to the platform committees, combine it, and that kind of forms the basis of what we hope the candidates will think. Once that's all done, then we've given everybody a ballot. If we've ID'd them, we know they're a registered Republican, then they get a ballot. They'll pull that out of their pocket and they'll write down their favorite presidential candidate's name. And we will then put those all together, and we will manually, publicly count.
Breaking news, everyone. Breaking news. NBC projects Trump as the winner in Iowa. Oh, we're all so surprised. We are all so surprised. You see that? Who won? Now, we know that some funny business could happen at 2 or 3 in the morning. So let's not fall in love with this yet. This is just 1% of the vote in. But these left-leaning sources are declaring Trump the winner.
clients, I said, this is the
What do
most
we do
boring
with that?
crosstab I've ever seen. There was virtually no movement that was consistent in one direction or another, and dramatically contrasts with Ron Paul, who had been leading up to that final poll, sort of dropping off a cliff. And here comes Rick Santorum, who'd only gotten, if he got 6%, that would have been his high water mark. And to see him rise and rise and rise till he was approaching Mitt Romney, who had held fairly steady throughout.
All right,
It was,
and we
it was
appreciate
an amazing moment.
Yeah, Dave, before we go, anything we can draw, I know New Hampshire is a completely different electorate, it's a different race, but anything we can draw from this race that would take us into New Hampshire, at least about the people who came out, the people who supported former President Trump?
Obviously, this is going to be a much more conservative, much more evangelical crowd than the one that shows up in New Hampshire. And Democrats and independents have an easier time crossing over and voting in New Hampshire. So it's important to keep in mind that this electorate is going to look a lot more like the Republican electorate as a whole than New Hampshire does.
You know what? We have a key election alert. I actually want you two to stay with us because I want to ask Ann about this. Apparently, there's from what we're hearing from the Iowa Republican Party, right, the Iowa GOP, there's going to be a somewhat low turnout for this caucus. They're sort of projecting 130,000. And what does that mean to you when you hear that number? I know we had a bigger number, I believe, in 2016. Not as big, I think, in 2012. It was around that number. 122,000, Chuck showing me in 2012 versus 186,000. Look, it's the coldest night ever for the caucus, right? I guess it's pretty good to get 130.
You know, when I hear people make predictions about things like turnout, I write it down in my calendar that I carry with me at all times. And the only forecast that I heard where it would be record breaking. It would be over 200,000. So you see 180.
Who cares? Nikki Haley's got 19%, DeSantis 16%. What's up, Mo?
What's up, Sudie?
Where
What's
are they
up,
coming
people?
from with all this Nick? What's up?
Sorry. I'm just saying I am back from Chocolate City. Had fun. Somebody said I'm back from
Chocolate City.
Yeah, I remember from last show.
What
Chocolate
is that?
City, the name. That was what what's his name? Cash called that one prison he was in, Chocolate City. I said I wanted to go there. Never mind.
I think I'm back. I don't know.
This is a serious show. No Chocolate City talk. Hey, Elizabeth.
Punch up the turnout you just had there. Oh, sure.
So Trump is projected to win, which we're not surprised. This is Iowa. He is beating the crap out of Haley. 1% of the vote is in. 673 of the votes went to Trump. 262, sorry, this is so small. 262 went to Haley and 200 went to DeSantis.
Wait, so it's already done?
No, they're still counting.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, projected so far. And all left-leaning sources are reporting Trump to be the winner, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know that. They're all saying that Trump has won the Iowa vote. And then they're saying, well, it's heavily evangelical and it's heavily conservative. So there's no surprise here. But what we need to focus on is New Hampshire. So I think I'm going to look at New Hampshire a little different. And New Hampshire happens, I want to say sometime in February, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Something like that. Yeah.
Wait, it is absolutely disturbing that Nikki has that many votes. I'm going to agree with you. I don't know why anybody in their right mind would vote for Nikki Haley. I don't. Nikki Haley's a flip-flopper, dude. She's not consistent on anything.
Right.
I put out at least 2 videos showing how inconsistent she is, but
yeah. The only people I hear talking about Nikki Haley are people that are getting paid to talk about Nikki Haley. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, I don't hear nobody else talk about Nikki Haley.
In room after room, they only show white people, not one person of color, brown people
Iowa
of
is
any type.
75% white. That's why.
I wonder why I was so important, but so great about that. I don't know what you were trying to say, Alexis Webster. But you can let us know, because I'm having a hard time piecing together what you're trying to get across. I don't know what you mean by that.
I just checked the demographics. 90% of the population in Iowa is white. So that's why you're probably seeing a lot of white people in the room.
Yeah. It is beyond me why Democrats can't understand that they have assured this outcome. They understand nothing about human behavior, apparently. Okay. Okay. No man can save us. Put your trust in God and God alone. I agree with that. You need to tell a lot of Trump supporters that because they are batshit crazy. Trump supporters are nutty. They are nutty. We're going to get into the whole Ramaswamy thing while we keep I'm calling you out too. I'm not a Trump supporter, so I can do this. I'm going to play a video.
Not because I'm a Trump supporter. Okay. I may be nutty for other reasons, but not because I'm a Trump supporter. Watch it.
Draw me near. I must break out in him. Said, watch it. Joe Collins in the building. What's up, bro? He said, duh. Trump supporters are really bugging with this whole Ramaswamy. And I can't wait for Liddell to come on because I need somebody on my side. Ramaswamy versus Trump and this whole fallout and what people are doing is absolutely disgusting. I'm here to break it to you.
I will say I have seen a couple of like posts about it, and I do agree with you. Like people are, like you always say, people are super tribal, okay, about their Trump, candidate. And the attacks that I see people getting for even giving any support to Vivek is crazy. But at the same time, like you can like Vivek, but still want to vote for Trump. Like you still know that Trump is our guy this election, but you guys, he can only do one more election. Like I don't know what you guys are going to do past this election. You're going to have to like somebody. So, I don't know. I don't think it's warranted. I think people are crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Julius. We're going to be going over to Twitter. We're going to be bouncing back and forth. This is not going to be a boring show where we just sit and watch other people discuss the polls, the votes that are coming in. This will be a somewhere in the middle show powered by Truth in the Marketplace. We'll have some more of our other co-hosts from Truth in the Marketplace come on. But I thought this was a really cool post that Julius put up where, of course, you have Joy Reid. I think any black person who dyes their hair blonde is going through some sort of spiritual crisis. Like something is wrong with you. That's not your natural hair.
You know what? What is it? Is this a coverage of the Iowa caucus or a personal attack on Mo? What the heck?
You're not black. What the heck?
Okay. You got to be black with black. Okay,
you got to be black. Why are you trying to make yourself black?
I thought you said anybody who goes blonde. I'm like, damn.
No, I said any black person who does this is going through a spiritual. You're going through something. So shout out to Julius. Follow Today with Julius on all social media platforms. He said a black woman with blonde hair is triggered by white Iowan Christians. I love this caption. And I'm going to play this video because this woman is absolute bonkers.
But, I feel like the important sort of data point, and Steve talks about it a lot. He's going to probably talk about it a little more tonight, is that these are white Christians. That this is a state that is overrepresented by white Christians that are going to participate in these caucuses, especially tonight. Earlier today, reached out to Robbie Jones, from the Public Religion Research Institute, knowing that we were going to talk about Iowa. And this is a hyper evangelical white state. And he said the following to me: Iowa is about 61% white Christian. The country as a whole is approximately 41% white Christian. And in Iowa, we're talking about evangelical white Christians. And he said the following. Because I asked him, what do they get out of supporting Donald Trump? Because he keeps losing, he keeps delivering losses and losses and losses. And he said the following: they see themselves as the rightful inheritors of this country, and Trump has promised to give it back to them.
Do you see the narrative building and the conjecture that this lady and whoever she reached out to give her insight on why these voters are voting the way they are? You have just indicted every white Christian that is voting right now in the Iowa caucus, saying that they want their country back. and they want to take it back from black people. Are you kidding me? This is what I told you. Black people with blonde hair, they're going through something mentally and spiritually. What? You were going to say something? My bad.
No, I'm sorry. I was choking.
That we think about electability, about, what are people gaming out, or none of that matters when you believe that God has given you this country, that it is yours, and that everyone who is not a white conservative Christian is a fraudulent American, is a less real American. Then you don't care about electability. You care about what God has given.
Who can anybody? I don't know. I wish we had some white folks from Iowa here to come on and fact check Joy Reid live. Why is it okay to do this to white people? I know I get on white people for being victims and taking on the black plight because I believe that's what they've done. But why is this sort of commentary, uneducated, ignorant, dangerous commentary allowed on our airwaves?
Yeah, I agree.
What Iowa voter has said they want their country back? I don't think I've seen one. And if they're saying they want their country back, are they saying they want it back from black people? Or are they say they want it back from radical, insane leftists?
Tyranny. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They want it back from the tyranny is what they're saying. I wanted to read a quote on Donald Trump's Truth Social. Because somebody in the comments here put he thinks that Trump should, pick Vivek as his VP. Well, I think that I don't know if that's an option anymore because here's what Trump posted, and I'm going to read it to you guys because it's a little small, and I'm going to show you what this stemmed from. So Donald Trump posted 2 days ago, Vivek started his campaign as a great supporter, the best president in generations. Unfortunately, now all he does is disguise his support in the form of deceitful campaign tricks. Very sly, but a vote for Vivek is a vote for the other side. Don't get duped by this. Vote for Trump. Don't waste your vote. Vivek is not MAGA. The Biden indictments against his political opponent will never be allowed in this country. They are already beginning to fall. Then he wrote, a vote for Vivek is a wasted vote. I like Vivek, but he played it too cute with us. Caucus tonight, vote for Donald Trump, build up the numbers. In November, we must take our very troubled nation, a nation in decline, back from crooked Joe Biden and the radical left Democrats. Now, this is what this is stemming from. Actually, let me go back because I have to put my sound in there. But this is what this is stemming from. And I said this to Suni because I was like, I don't know if I like this. Like, this seemed kind of shady to me and it was kind of weird. But listen to this exchange he had with a voter in Iowa.
I get emotional. I'm emotional about this country. I need your support on Monday night. You do this, I'm going to do my part.
Okay, you're picking at my shell. You are.
Yeah.
But, I've got
It's about this country. It's about this country. You want to save Trump, you vote for me. I'm telling you that. You vote for Trump. You're sending
He's
him
a sledgehammer.
No, but you're sending him to his own demise. You're falling into the trap that not only a country's falling in, that he's falling. You want to save Trump, you vote for me. I need your support at the Iowa caucus.
That's a good argument. That's a good argument.
It's not an argument, it's the truth. Do the right thing for him and for this country. That's what I'm asking you for.
I will consider.
Thank you.
That's the first time
For
I've
this
ever
country.
said that, by the way. Because the others.
No, forget that. But that's the truth. And I think you know it.
It's also about Trump.
But this is
about
yes,
America.
yes. This is the truth, and what I just told you, I think you know that in your heart to be true. Do the right thing on Monday. That's what I'm asking you for. Thank you.
So I think a lot of Trump voters took this because it was kind of weird that he was like, if you want to save Trump, vote for me. I think what he meant was if you want to save the Make America Great Again movement, which people are, they put only with Trump, which I want to state that is not a Trump slogan. He didn't make that up. He just made it popular. I think that's what Vivek meant to say, that if you want to save the Make America Great, America First, you got to vote for me because I'm the future of the Republican Party, I think is what he was saying. The way it was taken and the way it came across was very shady. Like, what do you mean if you want to save Trump, vote for me? Like, what does that even mean? That's how I took it, at least. So,
Well,
I don't know.
this just respectfully, like, I'm not lumping you in, but this just shows how ignorant people truly are, because he put out a statement saying exactly what he meant, and nobody watched that. People decided to watch this and be like, I don't like it. Well, let's go back in time. All right, let's go back in time. Were you guys not the same people complaining about the FBI coming after Trump? Because I remember doing plenty of lives on that and being highly irritated that we care more about a president than actual citizens who have been violated by the FBI, i.e. Cash Kelly, right? Or how about the fact that people kept complaining about the articles of impeachment, all these ridiculous hearings, all these accusations that are being thrown at him? If we're not interested in saving Donald Trump, then just save that. Just come out and say it. But don't get weird and say, well, this guy's trying to do something shady behind Trump's back, because he actually said what the plan was. I don't know how many people saw it or didn't see it, but I'm going to play it.
Yeah, play it.
I don't think he's far-fetched, and I don't think he's wrong. Based on what we saw here tonight and how often they have quoted wanting Nikki Haley to be the pick in Iowa or the pick for the Republican Party, I think people are being severely dishonest and they're not paying attention to what is actually going on. It's obvious. When you can pull something nefarious from what this guy is actually trying to do, and I am in no means interested in voting for Ramaswamy. I'm not voting in the general election. I think I've made that very clear. But I'm also not going to participate in ignorant banter coming from people that don't pay attention to anything outside of Trump's asshole. It's frustrating. Listen to this.
Here's the hard truth, and nobody seems to want to acknowledge it, but it's what's happening in plain sight. And I'm going to ask you to open your eyes. They want to narrow this down to a two-horse race between Donald Trump and Nikki Haley, a puppet who they can control. Then they want to eliminate Donald Trump this spring or whenever it is and trot their puppet into the White House. It's hiding in plain sight. We're not going to look back a year from now and say, oh, we were shocked that that happened. I think we're going to look back a year from now and say, how could we not see that happening when every clue was hiding in plain sight? They're selling us the rope today that they're going to use to hang us tomorrow. And we have an obligation to this country to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm in this race because we have a duty to this country and the America First movement to make sure this lives on no matter what. It didn't start in 2016. It started in 1776. And the system has made clear they're going to now stop at nothing, and I mean nothing, to keep Donald J. Trump out of office. I have pushed back against this at every step. I've filed FOIA demands against the Biden administration. What did Biden and Merrick Garland tell Jack Smith in those federal prosecutions? This week, I filed a Supreme Court brief laying out what I view as the best legal arguments that the Supreme Court does need to hear in order to overturn Colorado's disastrous ruling. I've pushed back against this at every step. I'm the only candidate who has said I would remove myself from Maine and Colorado's ballots if they eliminate Trump. And I've called on every other Republican to do the same thing, because that's how we protect ourselves against this election interference. But at a certain point, we have to open our eyes and see the hard truth. And yes, our duty is to this country. It's all I'm asking is to open your eyes, see the plot. It's staring us in the face. It's a hard pill to swallow, but sometimes the truth hurts and we have to open our eyes to see it.
To me, all he's doing is saying what we've said forever. The GOP does not want Trump. They don't. They've been doing everything in their power to get rid of this dude, along with left-leaning people, leftists, whatever you want to call them, establishment Republicans, the Uniparty. They've done everything imaginable. So why is this nefarious for people when we have been saying the exact same thing Ramaswamy is saying, which is Trump's a target from the left and the right. For the left and the right, my bad.
Yeah. So I was looking at a poll the other day, not a poll necessarily, but this is a, and I can't believe Nikki Haley is even on this list, but somebody said this is the top 10 list of who Trump is considering to pick for his VP. They had JD Vance on there, Ben Carson, Elise Stefanik.
I don't know who that is. I've never heard who that.
But she seems to be the front runner that everybody thinks is going to be. She's a congresswoman from New York. I don't know anything about her. Sarah Sanders, Kristi Noem, Tucker Carlson, Byron Donalds, Carrie Lake, Nancy Mace, and Nikki Haley. Why he would pick Nikki Haley, I have no idea. Other than to get her out of his way and control her. I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah.
I don't think she'll. I mean, I find what Ramaswamy said to be more plausible. I think they will put these two against each other.
For sure.
And she's a favorite. She's a darling. She's pushing exactly what establishment Republicans want. They want a war with Iran. I watched the debates. As boring as they were, I watched them. And she heavily focuses on Iran.
Yes.
All the time. And these establishment Republicans, once again, they don't like Trump. They don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tucker Carlson would be sick, to be honest. I mean,
here's my thing.
To me, that's just a popularity pick.
Yeah. Like I was going to say, you guys, I get like, this is the thing, like people, just because somebody has a dynamic personality, you know, is really good at the job they do where they're at right now, being in a leadership position for the United States of America is a whole other situation. Okay.
Yeah.
You're talking about somebody who reads words off a teleprompter for a living. Okay. Now, so does Trump, right? But, you know, like, have you really seen Tucker Carlson outside of his show? Right? Like, do something that would maybe separate him from anybody else that could do the same thing. I mean, I like the guy, but that doesn't mean he's going to be a great VP. You know what I mean? And then what if something happened to the president? Then Tucker Carlson's running the country. Come on. Like, just say that.
What
to
would the
yourself.
country look like if he was running it?
Right.
I'd be scared.
Exactly.
There's still media puppets at the end of the day. I was talking about this earlier before you came on. So I was like, look, before y'all get all bent out of shape, I am going to be cycling through left-leaning media, independent media, and whenever Fox News decides to come on, I'm going to go there. But they all lie. So you being picky about which media sources you watch, you're losing. Because either way, you're getting one line of thought from either one of these media outlets.
Yeah.
It's not going to be an objective take.
I
Just
mean,
like this right here, TND, they're heavily supporting Nikki Haley. I'll turn up the volume in a minute so you can hear how bad they want her.
Yeah. And look at the numbers that you just saw. Nikki Haley is beating Vivek. That's pretty much proving what he said. Like that, if that doesn't tell you what you need to know, I'm just saying, yeah, we got to be real about this.
Oh gosh. How do you know this? Christine Potter. Vivek is Trudeau. He's a Democrat implant. Trump never acknowledged him ever. He is Biden administration's implant. F you, Vivek.
Damn.
Skanky ass. Pelosi crotch sniffing dog. We set out traps for predators. Please come take a sniff.
Damn.
What information? What is your source? Every journalist has a source. What is yours?
Wow. I put that up there, not even reading her comment. Damn, Christine came in hot. Christine came to fight. She said, skanky
Come on.
ass.
You don't like Vivek because Trump told you not to like him.
And Trump even said in his post that he liked Vivek. He said, I liked Vivek before he went in on him and what he said. But just understand, Trump does this to everybody. Okay. Trump says he likes, what's his name from California? Newsom.
Newsom.
He's a good guy. Okay. So stop. Actually listen to what he says.
Said the same thing about DeSantis, and y'all love DeSantis. DeSantis
right.
was America's governor before Trump started taking shots at him. Y'all got mad at me for being against DeSantis. I remember that when y'all was saying Daddy DeSantis.
Oh, people were saying Daddy DeSantis?
They were saying Daddy DeSantis. Sure were.
Wow.
And I had something to say about it, and they were all bent out of shape. You're just like she's saying, you're a Democrat plant. What?
Oh gosh. No, but
Democrats wouldn't have me if I wanted them.
They say that to me too, though. The minute I say something against Trump, I'm a Democrat plant. I love it.
I just want to know these sources. That's all I'm asking for. Like, where did Pelosi come into any of this, and how on God's green earth has he been planted by Democrats? Like, huh? What? Have you listened to his foreign policies? Everything he states is against anything Democrat.
Yeah.
I don't understand people. I swear I don't. All right, let's see what they're talking about in the news real quick.
Importantly, and I've heard people float this, whoever finishes third agrees to be the running mate to the number two, and that they combine efforts. Remember, kind of like when Cruz and Rubio were trying to decide whether to do that, and neither one of them
Try to join forces.
couldn't
right.
agree on who was going to be number two, right? By the way, the patterns we were telling you about to watch.
Yeah, what did you see? I know you've been watching this.
We've been watching it, and these are not definitive yet. This is just what you see here in the color is the candidate who's winning that county. It doesn't mean that all the votes are counted, but already, so Donald Trump's color, as you can see there, he's pretty much leading in every county right now, but 3. And the 3 counties he's not leading in?
Oh, Lord, look at this. Look at this.
They haven't spoken yet, right? I didn't miss that, did I? This song.
No. Oh, we got to turn this off. I'm not trying to get no copyright strikes, but like, bro, where's Fox News? I need to see Fox News real quick. I really want to hear what they're saying. They can't be saying anything good.
So I'm going to admit, okay, because this is like this is the first time I've been caucused before. I really wasn't, not that I wasn't interested, but I really didn't pay much attention to the caucuses in prior years. So I don't know about anybody else, but I had to read up on the caucuses and why this Iowa caucus is so important. And something interesting here that I read that said the state has not been a reliable barometer of national support. None of the winners of the last 3 Iowa caucuses in 2016, 12, and 8 went to capture the party's nomination. That's largely due to Iowa's evangelical Christian community, which plays an outsized role in the process and tends to back the most socially conservative candidate in the field.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty interesting. There's some interesting facts in this article that I was reading. It's in Reuters. I can't even say
Reuters.
Reuters. Yeah. Who else didn't know about the Iowa caucus and why it's important? Because I didn't. I'm gonna admit we're caucusing. We're losing our caucus cherry tonight.
Why must you make everything sexual?
It's fun. It's fun. Politics is so boring, and we make it fun over here.
No, it's not. Politics is fun.
Look at this guy, for instance. What do you think is the last time this guy got laid?
Probably last night.
Probably not. Okay.
You're judging a book by its cover. Didn't Martin Luther King Day just pass, and you judging people based on how they look and not the content of their character?
I am. No, I listen. We all know. Let me not disrespect Dr. King like that, because I'm gonna let y'all.
Please disrespect Dr. King, because he's not the man that everyone thought he once was.
I'm gonna let y'all believe what you want to believe. So we ain't here to talk about today, okay?
That people are crazy. Hey, man. Hey, was he playing a small town? I have no clue. I have no clue, but I got a bunch of different feeds pulled up. I really don't want to watch Fox News. I could pull Fox News up right now, but I don't want to watch it.
Slow down. Yeah. So, okay. So when they talk, so you've seen a caucus before, correct?
Yeah.
So when the candidates get up here to talk, are they all going to get up here to talk, like one by one?
The winner will.
Oh, the winner will.
I don't know if they will show the conversations that they had earlier. I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
Hold on, let me see. There's Nikki Haley right here. Here you go.
If I'm the candidate, then the entire election is going to be revolving around, the high prices, the open border, the crime, our restoring our military.
Uh-huh.
Polling shows shows Trump supporters are the most passionate about their candidate. There's less enthusiasm for Nikki Haley or Ron DeSantis. So will their supporters be less jazzed about going out in freezing temperatures to caucus? We'll find out later. Despite businessman Vivek Ramaswamy trailing in the polls, his supporters say there could be a big upset on caucus night.
I think when you love a person, like in what they're hearing, and it's just not who you're going to vote for eventually, you make it out to them. Like I hate going out on this stuff, but I want to be here. Like when you're excited about your guy.
Because I love Trump.
Support him.
Does that not make you cringe when people say this? Like, how do you love someone that you've never met? You have never had a conversation with this dude. You don't know what the hell he's like in real life. He could be a total asshole. And you're saying, I'm going to go out in the cold for somebody I love. What do you love about Trump?
Well,
that is so cringe to me.
They love the country. I could understand going out in the cold for that. I love what I have seen for the most part from Trump. That's what I'll say. I don't know Trump. Okay. I'm sure just like me, there's things about Trump that are unlovable. And are terrible. But I can understand like why when people say I love Trump, I don't think they actually mean like I love him, I'm in love with him. They love what the man represents to them. That's what it is. That's what it is. Just somebody, don't let the man age. Let him run again. Let's extend the voting.
See?
It's gonna be a sad day. When he dies, people are going to lose their mind.
That's ridiculous. Here's my thing, and people get mad at me. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say fuck today. You don't even love Jesus this much. That's what bothers me. This is a freaking human. Yes, he did amazing things for the country, but why can't we? How come people don't show Jesus this much love outwardly? Why? That makes me so sad, bro. It really freaking does.
It is sad.
He's a dude. You guys are treating him like Obama. Exactly the way Obama voters acted is how conservatives, Republicans, right-leaning people, whatever. It's exactly how you act. You're doing the same thing. How can you even talk shit about Democrats when you're being one?
Joe Collins says C-SPAN.
Thank you.
I love Trump's picture. I love it.
Stop being cringe, Mo.
He'll always
Without
be
your time
Poppy Trump.
and your talents, caucuses could not be possible. And as Eileen said, it takes probably close to 40 or 50 people, and they're part of the group. So thank you so much. They will give you your instructions now, and it'll be a little loud, so you may have to talk loud. They'll try to converse with you back and forth. They're going to explain what's going to happen first, and then, of course, then the presidential ballot will be cast. I'll explain that just a little bit so everybody understands. The first thing these people have to do is they have to get elected as a permanent chair and a permanent secretary. That's the number one thing. And then they will go through the process of things that are going to happen. Then it'll be the presidential ballot. Then it'll be a ballot for the for the county central committee, a ballot for the county convention, and then discussions on the platform. So I will come back to the microphone once we have the numbers for this group here. I don't know what time the numbers for the state will be in. I've been asked that. I can't tell you that, but I hopefully we'll have our numbers totaled, in 45 minutes or so after we do the election. So, and there will be two, just so everyone understands, once the ballots are cast, they'll go in a bag. There will be 2 counters from each precinct. Those 2 counters will go in the room with all the other 6 precincts, so there'll be 7 precincts, and they will be counting them, and they will count them twice. There will be observers there, so there should be no questioning about anything. So once again, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later.
This is Boone, Iowa, who is voting right now. They're about to cast their votes. Did he say 45 minutes? I guess in 45 minutes after they start, we'll have results from them. let's see, Newt Gingrich and Sean Hannity are talking right now. A bunch of right-leaning psychobabble that I just can't be bothered to listen to tonight, y'all. I'm right-leaning enough for the Fox News. I don't think I want to hear my own rhetoric coming from their mouths. Will any pipes be bursting? Then Haley wins. That is what I said earlier.
You think that's going to happen?
Listen, CNN projected Trump to be the winner probably not even 5 minutes after they started counting votes.
Mm-hmm.
Not even 1% of the vote was in, Mo. Not even 1%. So I do think some funny business could happen. I don't know about no pipes bursting, but I do think something funny can happen. Now, do I think she'll win this caucus? No, I don't. Like some of the left-leaning people brought up, New Hampshire might be a different ballgame. Some of the polls that were showing earlier in the newscast, they had Nikki Haley voters discussing some of the hot button topics that they were for or against, and 71% of her voters said that they oppose a nationwide abortion ban. 71%. 23% said that they approved of it. It's the exact opposite with Trump. So I don't know. Some people say abortion is going to be a very tough subject for Republicans. I don't think that'll lose them in the election, me personally, because Trump has made it very clear that he doesn't plan on banning it at a federal level.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it's an emotional topic amongst women. That's all I see. So I don't know, y'all. I think the states have a right to do what they do. If the states want abortion and the constituents want abortion there, then fine, vote for it. If they vote to ban it, then they vote to ban it. Really don't know what else we could possibly say on this subject other than what we've already said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
In terms of the polls and what the polls are showing, Trump has been dominating. He's maintaining that lead. Nikki Haley has been moving up in the polls.
Here we go. Listen to this.
What has she been doing right? Or has she maybe hit that top part? Where do you see her future?
You know, she had momentum. And I mean, frankly, and what Christie said wasn't wrong. She is spending an unbelievable amount of money between her PAC and her super PAC. I mean, more than everybody else combined. And so that's been benefiting. I mean, TV works, unanswered TV works better. And DeSantis just didn't have the money to compete with that. And so when she was specifically attacking his campaign, and by taking away faith in DeSantis' campaign, like I said, those people fell off and went to Trump. So it was a little bit of her coming up and DeSantis coming down, losing votes to Trump. But it was they kind of met right there at about dead even. And so, but that is a big jump for her. But I think there's just, the media wants her to be successful, and they have pushed this narrative left and right because I think regardless of all the polls that say, she would win and she would beat DeSantis, beat Biden, when you look at how many Trump people say they would either not vote or vote for Kennedy, no, she would gut the Republican Party because she can't hold the Trump coalition together. And so the Democrats would love for her to be the nominee.
Just want to direct our attention to the screen right now. As you can see there, that's Trump campaign headquarters in Iowa, waiting for former President Trump to come out and give his victory speech. He is the projected winner of the Iowa GOP caucuses. How many delegates he ultimately gets out of that 40 still to be determined, but he is the winner, and we're going to see him speak at some point throughout the night. We don't know exactly when. Terry, I want to ask you just in general about the Iowa caucus. I believe we're 158 days away from August 10th, when the Iowa State Fair essentially kicked all of this off. Why Iowa? What makes Iowa significant? What makes this caucus significant?
What do you think so far? What do you think's going to happen, Mo?
So I'm looking at the CNN polls, and yeah, I'm really confused. Not that I don't want Trump to be the winner, but as I go, it shows you here that obviously the counties that are in, and there's so many counties still no votes have been counted for, and it's pages upon pages. I mean, I can go through each one. If you guys want to go to CNN's website, I'm just there because why not, right? Like, who cares where we're looking at this information? But there's a lot of counties still not accounted for. And just like I wasn't okay with this when we were in the presidential election and they were calling for who the president was, and most of you guys were like, this is bullshit, they shouldn't be doing this. Why is this okay now? Why is this okay now? And I am a Trump lover. Okay. But why are you guys okay with this right now? Listen, I am a fair person. And although I am not a Democratic voter, I don't want these people to be in power. This system needs to work fairly across the board for it to work. Okay. For it to be a system we can trust. And I don't care who the candidate is. This needs to work the same. And we need to demand that it works the same. Because otherwise it is bullshit. And, I posted this comment from Mike saying, what if Trump has been the plant? Honestly, Mike, I don't think that's too far off. At this point, anybody could be a plant. Anybody could be a plant. Like, I don't believe that any candidate is truly 100% picked by the people. I don't think that's ever been the case, to tell you the truth.
Facts.
And if we think that, I think we're dumb.
Facts. I actually agree with you. I'm looking at these polls as well. These are county results.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's zero.
Adams County is not there at our county. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, well, there's an update in 6 seconds. Let's see if we get some Audubon, Benton. Let's see if we get some of these update.
Watch what'll happen. All of a sudden, Trump won't be the leader, and people are going to be like, the election was rigged.
That is so true, dude.
I just read to you guys, because I don't know the facts of this Iowa caucus, but I want to restate this again. An important fact to know, that the caucus has not been a reliable barometer for national support.
Ooh.
None of the winners of the last 3 caucuses went on to capture the party's nomination. So my question, as somebody who doesn't really know much about the caucus life, is why do we even care that much at this point then? Why is this that important?
Why is it that important?
Why does this election matter if it really doesn't matter at the end of the day?
If it really doesn't matter, I'm just saying. Here's Boone, Iowa. They're still voting. This is C-SPAN, in case people are wondering where we're getting this feed from. This is C-SPAN. Boone is still voting. We're going to watch some of these people vote.
That's the white Ruby Freeman right there. She white Ruby with the lower right. We should have got Ruby on for commentary. We should have had her. We should have called her and said, Ruby, would you like to comment?
She's scared. She ain't hiding. She said, look, I ain't messing with the FBI. Y'all going to have to figure this out by yourself. That's what she said.
Ooh, look at that white Trump hat. That's pretty fly right there. How do you give me? I would need to give me one of those white ones.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so these look like these are counters. Why y'all got these old folks that wear bifocals counting these damn ballots?
Because these people are accurate, Suni. These people are accurate. This woman probably knits all day, every day. All she does is count 1, 2, 3 in a loop. 1, 2, 3. She's accurate. I'm telling you.
We'll see. We shall see.
Watch her though, yo. Watch her. She may be slipping some ballots out of from underneath the table. Keep your eyes on her. Don't let the red beret fool
NBC has now projected Donald Trump to be the winner of Iowa. You know, we lost a bunch of viewers once we started being extremely objective. When I was on here just playing, Trump's going to win. How many people think Trump's going to lose? I think he's going to be the winner, hands down. There's nobody else. Trump or no one else. I had 50 viewers just sitting here watching me. Once we started getting into the... Do you think so? I don't think it is, because this is Facebook. Our YouTube viewers are consistent. It's Facebook. I had 37 people watching via Facebook. Now it's down to 9.
Maybe Facebook is dropping them?
No, I think... See, you're giving people too much credit.
Okay.
People
never mind.
Don't like this is my and I know this because I know my demographic on my Facebook. These are staunch Trump supporters, bro. You cannot say anything about Trump. Nothing. If you show any ounce of support or support things that they deem support for Ramaswamy, they're going to tell you you're a George Soros plan. Stick around. Listen to some objective. Excuse me. See? Then 15, then 7. People, when you don't say what they want to hear, they drop, bro. I'm telling you. They're upset. I'm sorry that I upset you. I let you know from the very beginning. I'm not voting for Trump. I'm not. And I'm going to get on to.
Come back.
What you mean come back?
Come
Oh,
on.
I thought you were talking about me.
We'll talk sweet about Trump again. Come back.
Mo will. I won't be doing that.
Right.
You know what? While we're waiting, have you seen this video?
Go ahead and play it. Y'all give this video a like. Keep commenting because that always helps if there is some funny business going on and people are getting dropped from the stream. So please hit that like button. They like when we Erica likes when we banter back. Of course you do. You want us to fight. See, all you guys want is chaos, Erica. You guys like when we fight. That's what it is. Y'all are messy.
It's boring when we agree. I agree with you, Erica.
Voting for?
Who am I voting for?
Nobody.
I'm voting for in my local election. That's about it. And Mark Robinson has my vote. That about it. Yes. Local elections. That's where I'm from. That's where I'm registered to vote. North Carolina. Y'all keep pausing on YouTube. Is anybody else having pausing issues? I might just be your internet because you're in Texas and you guys are having an Arctic blast. So
right.
Nobody else has been complaining about pausing, but are we pausing for anyone?
It could be us, Apex. I'm in Dallas and yeah. These pipes are frozen.
Let's see. All right, I wanted you to see this video.
Okay.
No, all good here. Well, it's just your Obamacare of the internet. Sorry to break it to you.
Don't insult the man. Jeez, damn.
I know him personally. I'm gonna insult him all the time.
Oh man.
It's my love language. This is how people understand me. Okay, Mo?
Oh,
they
damn.
do.
I tell you about my faith. I'm Hindu.
Oh, I saw this.
Shit. You saw this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if the people saw it.
Go ahead.
I'm going to play it and I want to hear your commentary on it.
Would I be the best president to spread Christianity through this country? I would not.
Okay, well then we don't want you. Sorry, bye. We need more Christian leaders. And you know what? This used to be common sense. In the 13 colonies, you couldn't run for office if you weren't a Christian. And I think we need to get back to that. I think we need to get back to the point where we say, you know what? We're a Christian nation. We want Christianity. And we're tired of being sold these makeshift, pathetic, hydrogenated substitutes for Christianity. This guy's talking about, oh, we share values. No, my value is Christianity, and you don't share Christianity because you're not a Christian, and I don't want to substitute for it. Why should I compromise? Why should the majority of Christians compromise? It's the people who aren't Christians. They should be compromising. If they want to come to a Christian country, then they compromise and they abide by Christian law. But we're not going to compromise. Why should we bend over for these people? Why should we say we're going to take our Christianity and we're just going to go hide it over here, and you can have your religion, and your religion can be the one that we worship and celebrate and praise, and and we'll just kick our creed to the curb. No, Christian consciousness needs to rise.
Now,
why you put me in the position to make more viewers drop though?
How are you going to make more viewers drop?
Because they're not going to like my answer.
Who cares? I don't like your answer sometimes.
No, I don't care. I don't care if they don't like my answer, but I'm just saying, prepare yourself, people. I don't know who this guy is, but I'm assuming he's a Trump supporter because he's attacking Vivek. But I got news for you, and I'm for Christian values. Okay, I do. Number one, we're not going to find somebody who has 100% Christian values. Number two, Trump definitely doesn't have Christian values.
Say it again.
I said Trump definitely doesn't have Christian values. So if this guy is in fact a Trump supporter, keep it real, bro. Because if you're attacking Vivek, you got to hold Trump to the same thing. Okay. Now, that being said, we're never going to find the perfect Christian candidate. It's never going to happen. Never going to happen. I'm
Yes.
just saying, in politics at least, okay? Because you got to be dirty to be in politics. So everybody's
Yes.
dirty. All right.
Listen, I agree with you.
Oh, okay.
Number one, was our country founded upon Christian principles? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can look at the Constitution. You can look at the Bill of Rights. You can even look at the Articles of Confederation before there was a Constitution. And you can see that it was inspired by the Bible. The first 10 commandments. It is what it is. But let's get real. 1776 has came and went, and our country is no longer operating under Christian principles, morals, and values. If it was, we wouldn't see half of the stuff we see here today. We wouldn't see this even inside battling within these political factions, right? We wouldn't see Democrats and Republicans warring. We wouldn't hear Republicans complaining about Democrats having all this control if it was a Christian nation. Yes, the majority of the people here are Christian, for sure. But for this dude to say, number one, I'm going to fact check you because you said you could not run for political office unless you were a Christian back when the 13 colonies were first formed. I could have swore that the reason that they left Britain was to escape religious persecution. Correct? So everything else he was saying is a bunch of hogwash.
Who is that guy?
I have no clue. I've been trying to find out who he is for a couple hours now. But if you are voting for Trump, shut the hell up about Vivek being Hindu. I did a whole live this morning where I literally went down the line of how many pro-LGBTQ initiatives and pieces of legislation that Trump supported. 2022 in December, there was a Spirit of Lincoln Gala that happened at Mar-a-Lago. Do you know what they were in there celebrating? They were celebrating that same-sex marriage was codified into law. What are you talking about?
I remember.
Shut up. Christians are bothering me. I can't vote for Ramaswamy because he's a Hindu. And half of you are only parroting the shit that you heard Bryson say. Bryson's not voting for Trump, which is why I'm like, hey, you want to call him out for being Hindu? I'm here for it because you're not voting for Trump. But if he was voting for Trump, I'd be like, bro, I'm going to need you to keep that same energy with Trump. He supports abortion. He's pro-choice. He supported the death jab. Or did we forget? He calls himself the most pro-LGBTQ Republican candidate and president. And the log cabin Republicans call him that. So are you going to keep the same energy with Trump? I doubt it.
Definitely not.
I wasn't going to bring that up, because people get sensitive. I wasn't going to bring it up. See, this is 7% of the vote in. We got Trump at 49%, DeSantis at 22%. Nikki Haley is trailing at 20% behind DeSantis. And they're calling Iowa for Trump.
David, we thank you for your analysis.
Let me see what they're saying.
Iowa. Jacob, talk to me about what you have and what you're seeing and just thoughts. I mean, you've obviously covered a couple of campaigns now for us, and you've been out there in Iowa for a while. Any surprises for you?
Turnout. I know, we also, in addition to projecting, and I want to speak quietly, the caucusing is over, but I just, nobody makes an announcement about the NBC News projections. In addition to projecting that former President Trump has won the caucus, we projected the turnout will be significantly lower. And that's also true here in Wapello County, Tom. They say about 1,000 people are here.
I can't stand you.
Chair. Last time
Me?
it was almost double.
No, Red Pill.
Red Pill.
The results as well. Let's go in there and see if I can just sort of snake.
He's an American.
They're just finishing.
Stop being racist.
Putting the results up on the board.
This is like saying because your last name is Jones or Johnson, or what's another Blanks? That's a heavily black last name. What else? Crockett, Crosby. That's like saying if you have that last name, then you're not American. This man was born in the United States of America. Don't be a Democrat and be racist. You're being racist, Red Pill. Look at all those white supremacists. Shouldn't they be scared?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh God. I would vote for Jones, Johnson. I said Crockett. He said Smith over Ramaswamy. And that's why this country is in the condition that it's in. Because we are qualifying people by their last names. So then let's keep the same energy. Shaniqua, Shanae, Bonquisha, Quanisha, none of those people should be afforded a job or any opportunities in America because their name is not American enough.
What
You
talking
shouldn't
about?
even be allowed. You shouldn't even be allowed to go into the White House because your name is not American enough. I'm just saying.
What you mean Shaniqua ain't American? Bonquee. What do you mean?
Bacon Bonquee.
See, Red Pill says Shaniqua is very American. I agree.
How, Sway?
It don't get more American than Shaniqua.
That is fucking crazy.
You know, if you hear Shaniqua, she ain't from nowhere else but the United States. Come on now. If you go to Africa, they gonna be like, oh yeah, Shaniqua from over there in Nigeria. No, dude, they know Shaniqua from Detroit.
Wow. I'm not participating in this.
LaQuisha
Shaniqua
too.
is not American, first of all. Jessica is American. Nicole is American. Those are black names. There's a difference. Black people don't view themselves as American. Stop it. I wouldn't even look at a person's name. I wouldn't even look at your fucking application if it said LaQuisha.
Wait,
Your
hold
mama
up.
set you up for failure.
Black people don't view themselves as American? Is that what you said?
You know they don't. They don't view this as their land of their country of origin.
Oh,
they don't believe they have any attachments to America.
Yeah, that I agree with. Now, whether they say we're not, I wouldn't say all black people think that, but whether or not they think.
You can't listen. I'm about to dominate the black space right now. You not black.
Oh Lord!
If you're not black,
what happens
you can't
if I
speak on it.
identify as black for the segment?
I don't believe in identifying as nothing. I would vote for. Oh my God.
If I get 10 thumbs up in the comments, I'm black for the day. Go ahead.
Yeah, y'all better put thumbs down. We're still waiting for Clark County, Chickasaw County, Clay County is not in, Crawford County. None of these counties are in yet.
Yeah.
I wonder what's taking so long.
Oh, there's some funny business going on.
You think so?
No.
Mm.
No, I don't think so.
Oh my goodness.
Their election process seems pretty like airtight, actually.
Who, Iowa?
Yeah. I am mixed, Patrick.
Not with no damn black.
I mean, technically my dad's Puerto Rican.
Bro,
that makes
y'all
me
are not
Caribbean.
black.
Dude,
I can't stand when Dominicans do that either. You motherfuckers are bean eating, Spanish speaking.
Shut up,
Y'all
Joe.
ain't black.
Black people can't vote on this one. I reject the black vote.
They're ballot counting right now. This is Iowa. They're counting the ballots.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, I'm blacker than Sunni.
Jesus Christ.
I'm blacker than Sunni. I'll tell you that right now.
And then she woke up.
The baby screamed, no.
Mo and Kamala aren't black. You like Mo, so you're giving her a pass. I love Mo. This is my big sister, but Mo ain't black.
She said, no, I'm not black. She said, I'm as black as Kamala. Not at all.
Oh, I read it wrong. Well, then I agree with you. The black delegation would like to trade Mo for Mariah Carey. That was a good one.
Oh, that's funny. That's my favorite episode of the Dave Chappelle Show.
You got to go.
Yeah, I read it again, Red Pill. I knew what you were saying. You were rejecting me. I got you.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. I wish I could pause that. Let me go back real quick. I want you guys to look at the poll that they just had up. Why y'all doing this to folks? Why y'all doing this to people? Hey, I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. Step away from
Mike, no, Monique is not a Puerto Rican name. I was named after the bank teller that my dad was at when he found out my mom was in labor. That's the story. But I just want to point out that a lot of sisters are named Monique, okay? And they're not French. Give us Mind of Mo. I know I need to give you Mind of Mo back. I know. I've just been thinking too logically the past the past couple months. You know what I mean? So I haven't had any Mind of Mo. My mind has been too logical these days. Let's see here. All right, so we got who knew there was a Dallas County in Iowa? Anyways, Trump's winning that one. Haley I cannot believe Haley is beating anybody. Okay, I don't like DeSantis and I won't say I don't like Vivek, but I can't believe she's above DeSantis. I really can't. Is ice hot or cold? Oh, that's a Mind of Mo question. Is ice hot or cold? I would think ice is actually hot because you can get a burn feeling if it's too cold, if that makes sense. You know? There's a Mind of Mo reasoning for you. Okay, let's see. Let me look at CNN and see where we're at. Let me share my screen. So right now, this is what CNN is showing on their website. Let me make this bigger. So we've got Donald Trump at 52% of the vote. Ron DeSantis at 20, Nikki Haley at 19, and Vivek at 7. That is crazy to me. I like how they put white on everything. I would never vote for a woman, but she is more rooted in America than Ramaswamy. What? You're talking about Nikki Haley? Oh, here's Liddell. Let me add Liddell in. Hey, Liddell.
What's up? What's up? Your boys here. What's going down, y'all?
What's up?
I'll
How
chill a little bit.
You had to take a little time to recover from your boy's loss?
Just a little bit, but no, I ain't having any time at all because everybody, their mom was trying to come after me, and
I
then
know
people that say they Cowboy fans ran for the hills and had to take care of everybody. Ain't no damn sense.
Did you lose any money
Heck
off of that game?
I don't bet on games. Hell no.
Oh, good.
No, I don't do that, guys. No, ma'am. I am good.
Suni's gonna be right back. She had to go deal with the baby. So, what do you think so far of what we're seeing here?
Not surprised. Trump is going to win. Expected it. He is very popular in Iowa. And who's second? Well, Ron is second. Not surprised by that at all because Ron used to live in Iowa, and he actually had a pretty strong ground game there. Nikki Haley, not surprised there.
Really? You're not surprised that Nikki is beating Vivek?
No, not at all. Because she has money behind her and she has a little bit more name recognition. And I think that what Vivek did, unfortunately, to Trump kind of hurt him a little bit. That whole thing, they actually came out with him telling the lady to vote for him. If you want to save Trump, that didn't go well for the Trumpites, the Colt 45. And so that's what's going on there. I mean, even if Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley combined, they were still lost. Still lost. So,
what's up, y'all?
What it do, baby? And Red Pill, got to talk to you because they were summoning you, and you decided to run for the hills yesterday. So you left me here the whole time dealing with all the cowboy hate.
Oh, you want me to sing again? I was singing an old Negro spiritual. You don't want me to sing it again?
She was committing blasphemy. Blasting what that was. She was blasting it. That was. I thought we were closer than that red pill. They were summoning you, and Suni said that you ran for the hills.
She was hiding. She said, before Suni get up, I'm about to go. I'm gonna disappear. She put it in the chat. She said Suni's gonna wake up full of cowboy haterade, and I was on 1,000.
Dude, she even came after me. She was like thinking like we were Cowboy fans. I'm like, there ain't no Cowboy fans in this house. She was looking for a fight. She was like, you tell, is Dave okay? And I was like, what do you mean? He's a Cowboys fan, isn't he? I was like, no. she was looking for a fight, man.
I was. I'm gonna go grab lunch. I'll be like 20 minutes, and I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
My husband's here to take me to lunch, but I'll be back to sing the Negro spiritual.
Oh Lord!
Hey, sing that with your husband. Don't bring no thing. Sing your husband. Okay?
Oh God.
So me and Suni were saying, or Suni was saying this before I even got on the show, but it was interesting because CNN was calling Trump as the winner, I think like 2 minutes into this whole thing starting, which I understand, right? Because that's where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That just doesn't sit right with me. Like I didn't like that when they were doing it in the primary elections during the presidential elections. And I don't understand why they do this now. Now you may be the person to best explain this to me, but when I was reading up on the Iowa caucus, it said in here that because I didn't know much about the Iowa caucus and why it was important. But it said in here that the state has not been a reliable barometer of national support. None of the last 3 Iowa caucuses went on to capture the party's nomination.
Correct.
What is that? So why then? How is this such an important election if it really doesn't determine anything?
Number one is for ratings. This is great for the legacy media to run on and hype up, so that can generate revenue for ad buys. So it's a business decision. Number two, they use it as a barometer to see who the people are behind, and this is more of a party issue. So the Republican Party is saying this is the first caucus or so-called election in the union. So this could kind of let us know how things are kind of panning a little bit. And for Trump to win the way he won, even with going through what he's going through, and they called it early. This wasn't no down to the wire. It was 15 minutes in.
Oh yeah, just a couple minutes in, they were already calling it.
It was that. It's hard to beat someone that has the name idea of president. It's very hard to beat someone that does that, right? Unless you were a crap president. If you were Jimmy Carter or President Biden, different. You know what I'm saying? They're terrible when it comes to their popularity. But Trump, you got to understand, guys, 75 million people voted for this man in 2020. It's a lot of people. He won Iowa easily. So it's kind of hard for him to do that. And it's just, I think people were kind of hoping for DeSantis. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I was kind of leaning toward DeSantis because of Trump's mouth early. But when I saw DeSantis speaking, I'm like, this guy didn't have the it factor. It's just like he's a robot. It's
right.
I can't go get a beer with them. That's how the masses were. Look at that, like a Barack Obama. Barack Obama was very good at being personable. He's extremely good at it.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest narrators I've ever seen in politics.
Yes.
He was that good.
Yeah.
Vivek is very good as well. He's probably one of the most skilled debaters that I've seen in a long time. Vivek was. Vivek just put his foot in his mouth a little bit with this 24 hours before that time frame. So I'm not surprised at all. I do see he'll come in fourth. I think right now, if DeSantis wins, that's great for him in this campaign when it comes to coming in second. Nikki Haley is going to spin it if she comes in third and says, well, you know what? We actually came in second because we kind of really tied DeSantis. So the parameter for DeSantis is going to be New Hampshire. Right now, he's behind Haley. He's behind.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. It blew him out.
Yeah. For sure.
Blew him out. Come on. I mean, 25,000 to 9. Come on. If you put him together, he still wins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Come
So
on.
the
Remarkable.
next, excuse me, the next caucus is January 23rd in New Hampshire.
Yep.
And then we have South Carolina, February 3rd, which is the Democratic primary in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And then February 6th and 8th for Nevada,
Yeah.
February 8th for Virginia Islands, and February 24th, South Carolina. Which one of those, and there's other ones obviously, but which one of those upcoming ones do you think are going to be more interesting and not so like black and white as far as who you think it's going to lean towards?
New Hampshire. New Hampshire, because right now they're saying that Nikki Haley's at like 30.
Yeah, she has more momentum there.
She had 20, something like that.
Mhm.
30. I think Trump is at 40, 45. And so they're spinning this, hey, she's gaining. And I'm like, guys, you could tell who they're behind, the Democrats as well as the rhinos. They
Mhm.
really want Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
Because she'll say anything just to get into she'll say anything to get a vote.
Right.
She said anything. If she flip-flopped so many times, I'm like, this is Sunnis filleted her, you filleted her. I mean, I don't even have to even join in on the fun. Y'all did a great job at doing that.
Yeah.
She's flip-flop.
Yeah.
Can't be trusted. Sorry.
You know what? I'm gonna find this stream because I think Suni left us with no audio. So
Oh, wow.
hold on 1 second. Yeah, because I can't control her audio on this stream. This is her computer. I think Joe said C-SPAN.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then,
gonna
guys,
take this one.
on Thursday, Suni and I will be interviewing Texas House District candidate Joe Collins at 8:30 on the Kind of Move podcast. The interview series is back, and so I had to get into the bag a little bit. But I got people coming up. It's going to be nice.
Oop.
Nice.
My background.
How was your vacation? Was it cool?
Yeah, it was cool. I went to California for
Okay.
my godson is having a baby.
Oh,
What happened with my red? Yeah, he's having a baby. He's married, doing it right. You know, his wife got
Good.
pregnant,
Good.
and they're having a baby. So yeah, I went to go see him. And California was cold, man.
Yeah.
I was up there by kind of like Riverside, where Set is.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, I wanted to meet up with our friends, the parents of Temecula County, but I didn't have time to do that because that's actually where I was in Temecula.
Okay.
So yeah, it was good though.
Cool.
Good.
Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Have fun. I think Trump is Trump speaking right now? Or no.
Hold on. Sorry, I had
He's
this
speaking?
pause. C-SPAN doesn't have him speaking right now.
What is this?
Here. This is the vote counter.
And is this your last one, Eileen?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I will go ahead and take the results for Binkley.
2,
2 for Binkley. How many for Christie?
0,
0 for Christie. How many for DeSantis?
34.
44 for DeSantis.
No.
How many for
No, for Ron DeSantis, it's 34.
Oh, 34. Okay,
Yes.
thank you for catching that. How many for Nikki Haley?
22,
Oh wow.
22 for Haley. How many for Hutchinson?
0,
0 for Asa Hutchinson. How many for Vivek Ramaswamy?
7,
Damn.
7 for
Jeez.
Ramaswamy. How many for Trump?
27.
Nikki was 22 and he was 27?
No.
DeSantis got 34. So DeSantis won that county.
Write-ins on that one either?
No.
Okay. Perfect. I think, unless you have more pre-things for me, I think that I have everything I need.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
That's how they're doing it in Iowa. Real technical over there in Iowa.
Yep, he got the sentence where he won that area, whatever that was, that caucus. Run that.
Yeah, let me. I wanted to go over. Let's see if I can get up another screen here. I had the CNN. Let's see. Let's refresh this one. See where we're at right now.
They're trying really hard to get some type of news bad on Trump. Something.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't win Westmacallit. See.
Well, they're the ones that declared him the winner in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was quick. It's quick.
Yeah. I'm really just hanging in. Oops, I'm frozen. I'm really just hanging in for his speech. See if he says anything different.
Yeah.
Man, I'm frozen.
I mean,
they got to have me frozen with an ugly face.
There you are.
There I am. Oh, no. Now I'm going to start having problems.
What was that?
Okay. I don't know. I just heard a beep.
Me too. Me as well.
Let me stop. I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quick just to see if that helps.
Let me see if I can share mine real fast. Let's go to. You know what? Let's go to Rumble. Rumble may work a lot better.
The only thing with Rumble is we have to deal with people's commentary over the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out where do we go. Okay, let's go to
go to C-SPAN. That's where I was at. So did you see what Trump said about Vivek on his Truth Social?
No.
All right. Let me put that up here because I think my thing is done spinning. So I was reading this earlier, and this was stemming from a video you may or may not have seen of Vivek talking to a voter in Iowa, where he said to her, "A vote if you want to, if you want to save Trump, you vote for me."
Yeah.
So Trump said in response to that, Vivek started his campaign as a great supporter, the best president in generations. Unfortunately, now all he does is disguise his support in the form of deceitful campaign tricks. Very sly, but a vote for Vivek is a vote for the other side. Don't get duped by this. Vote for Trump. Don't waste your vote. Vivek is not MAGA. The Biden indictments against his political opponent will never be allowed in this country. They are already beginning to fall. Then he followed up today with a vote for Vivek is a wasted vote. I like him, but he played it too cute with us. Caucus tonight, vote for Donald Trump, build up the numbers, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Typical
it's called competition.
Trump. Yeah.
It's called competition. So I'm not surprised you said that at all. That's what he does. Number two, what Vivek did actually on screen was kind of sly too, as well. So
yeah,
we got to get that. Let me see. I see yours is freezing. Mine is not. Oh, there we go. Let me see if mine shows. Share screen. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all. I expect for Trump to hit back. He really has the bulletproof it. So, and I'm pretty sure that Vivek knew he was on camera. So I would be surprised if that was planned.
I don't know if this guy was going to say something. Let me see. Oh no, he's not going to say something. They said it was going to be about 45 minutes before they make the formal announcement. So,
yes, Patrick, they are coming through. We can see you, man. So, what are y'all thoughts on Texas?
23rd district candidate Brandon Herrera. I don't know this
I don't know who that
candidate.
is.
You have any thoughts?
I don't know who Brandon Herrera is, unfortunately. So I don't know.
How do you think DeSantis is going to do here in Florida?
I think DeSantis will still lose Florida.
Really?
Trump is extremely popular in Florida. Extremely popular. I think DeSantis is popular as well, but not as popular as Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Not. It's just DeSantis when he got on the national stage, he just didn't connect with the people. He's a phenomenal execution of policy, but you got to be able to talk your policies out in a simple, concise way. He's a nerd. He's a nerd. He's a big old nerd. And folk are like, man, just give me the cliff notes. Give me the bullet points. Make it easy for me.
He's very socially awkward. He's very socially awkward.
My word. His wife, though, she can work that room. Oh my God. Works beautiful.
Yeah.
Work the room. And it's not just me saying it. Like Patrick Bet-David and his team were actually invited out to the governor's mansion. And he went out there, man. He said, as soon as DeSantis walked in, how you doing? Hey, good to see you. And he went right to talking policy. And so they were like, no, hi, what's going on? He said, but his wife was, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. Man, appreciate your time, man. Enjoy it. I mean, just walk with you. They were like, she should be the candidate. My God.
Yeah.
He said, I say, look into him. He's very pro border security and pro 2A. That's a few bullet points. Patrick, have him reach out to either Mo or Sunni or myself. You can find me on any platform. I interview him on my channel. I bring him on. We're interviewing.
I'll jot down
Joe
his name
Collins.
so we can remember.
Good. I'm interviewing Joe Collins on Thursday on the Counter Move podcast, the interview series, and he's running for Texas House District 70 here in Plano/Dallas. I'm interviewing him. I got other guys coming on in Texas. I'm spending a lot of time in Texas doing the primary right now, so I'm gonna do a lot of interviewing.
So, have your thoughts changed on whether you think that they might try to usher in Michelle Obama?
No.
Really? See, my intuition is telling me they are going to bring her in.
No. What I'm saying is, okay, now I see the question. My intuition has changed. I believe that there's a chance she can come in.
Okay.
Because of the fact that in their mind, there's kind of a two de facto type of things going on. They have a plan for if Trump to beat Trump, and a plan for if they just allow Biden to run, and if he loses, they have a plan for that too. The plan for if by President Biden runs, he loses, is they're just going to do a coup. It's not. I'm not saying it at all. It's just, they're talking about it. They're talking about it. They're talking about saying, "Hey, we're going to make sure that he cannot control the military." That's a coup. It's a coup. They're trying to say who's going to be in his cabinet. Let's go and get them. It's a coup. That's what it is. But if they want to defeat him, it's going to be probably Michelle Obama. But I think Trump can maybe beat her too.
You think? I don't know. I would get kind of nervous if she entered in, to tell you the truth.
Now, I wouldn't say I wouldn't get nervous. I would get nervous still because it's her. But if Trump can stay on the facts of, guys, we have a clear distinction here. Look at the policies that she's going to be doing. You're living them right now versus what we were doing when I was president. You tell me which one was better. Racist. Okay, but none of all that. Look at your bottom line. Look at your freedom of speech. Look at this prosecutory discretion not being enforced right. Look at all this. Look at the inflation. Again, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? That's a question. Still on that, he can beat her.
What does that mean? She wouldn't meet the ballot access requirements.
But what I'm saying is, Joe, you're right about that. But they have a super delegate type of scenario in the Democrat Party, and that wouldn't matter. She would have to campaign it all. They would just say they would just vote her in as a super delegate. That's how they get around that whole thing. It doesn't matter.
I didn't know that.
They don't care. They have a super delegate type of scenario in the Democrat Party. Doesn't matter.
So they're reporting 36% of the votes in. Donald Trump at 53%, Ron at 20, Nikki at 18, and Vivek at 7.64.
What is Trump at 50? What is he?
53.26%.
So he's going up. He's going up.
Yeah. And they're not even halfway done yet.
Okay, Patrick. Yeah, if you could, Patrick, give me his info. I'll reach out to him and have my team reach out to him to interview him, and we'll bring him on. But yeah, Joe,
what is this?
that is that is the Donald Trump presidential immunity type stuff. I did a Accountable podcast on that one as well. I mean, it is.
Oh,
they're trying to make it a ruling on a hypothetical. That is not how you do law. Sorry. In an appellate court, it's not a criminal or a civil. It is an appellate court. It's an appeals court, and the only option on the table, innovation on the table, is the Constitution. That's why Judge Pan kept bringing up hypotheticals. Like if a president was to ask the SEAL Team 6 to go out and murder his political opponent, would that be covered? And Trump's attorney, he actually answered very correctly. He said, yes, it would. Yes, but with a caveat, they could, because he's a political leader, because he would be the president. That's a political position. And in Section 2, Article 4, it gives a prescription on how to resolve that. They could be a rushed impeachment, and then you can also convict them. It's literally in Section 4, Article 2. It says impeachment and conviction. It's simple. It's not hard.
Right.
Joe said, nope. In order to get on the ballot, she has to meet the state's requirements. Yeah, I'm rocking with you, Joe. I'm not disputing that at all. But how they're going to skirt that, man, is at the Democrat National Convention. They can usher in that way. Because what they could say is Biden could say, I'm going to step down because of health reasons. And they said, we elected Michelle Obama. And Michelle will have to go on the ballot. And every Democrat state is going to put on there. And you better believe no Republican state is not going to put on the ballot, because then racist. It's chess, not checkers.
Let me put. Oh, you had your stream up here. Did you want to put it up there? I don't see it anymore.
No, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's all, you got it. Yours is working just fine. Yours is
Okay.
working fine.
I didn't know if mine was still messing up.
No.
Try to see. I'm going to go to CNN's page because I like the way theirs looks better.
It does. The clown. I call them the Clown News Network.
See, look at that. They're already, bam, Trump wins Iowa. It's already
easy.
It's already a headline. Yeah.
He's already spoke already.
Okay. He has?
Via his.
That's what I've been
Truth
waiting.
Social.
Oh, okay. He hasn't like given his actual. Okay.
No,
'Cause I was like, wait a minute.
no. Oh no, he is. He's gonna talk a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
Look
That's
at
the only reason why
the
I'm saying-
map. Look at the map. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Look at the map. Look at the map. This is crazy time.
Yeah.
What up, Cash, man? I met you at all, big dog, man. But I saw the interview with you and Chad Jackson this morning, this afternoon, as well as your boy Russo. And I saw all you also on somewhere in the middle last week, man. Good to meet you, big dog, man. Enjoy the conversation today, man.
I didn't know he was on. What'd you say? He was
Russo,
on
yeah.
Chad, but he went on
Uh,
Chad Jackson
No, Chad and Cash were on Russo's channel.
live.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
live.
gotcha.
This is
Gotcha,
great
gotcha.
discussion. Great discussion. Great
I'm gonna have
discussion.
to catch that. All right, so this is just breaking down the different counties. So let me just see how many counties are still yet to be counted. We've got Audubon. Oh,
Hold on,
there's
man.
quite a few in here. There's quite a few in here. There was like a lot missing earlier.
Get
So
out.
let's see. We got one. Calhoun is still zeroed out. Cherokee still zeroed out.
And Asa Hutchinson, he actually endorsed Trump. So
Oh, did he?
he did. Asa did. Yes, he did. No, did he? No, not Asa. I'm sorry. The North Dakota governor, he actually endorsed Trump. He's trying to get a cabinet position.
Okay, 4, 5.
That's what I'm saying. I think Vivek would be a good Secretary of State. Oh, hold on one second. My thing went out. Hold on.
Okay.
What happened? Is it back? Oh no.
Yeah, you're back.
That's not.
You switch
not what I
switch sides.
Why? Why did you do that for? Well, it's up. Be right back, y'all. Be right back. Don't you worry about it.
Patrick, if you want to send an email to either let's talk darling at gmail.com, or you can just send it to somewhere in the middle USA at gmail.com. We'll pass the information on to Liddell. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to go back and forth to see any updates that we see here. Vivek is a Democrat implant. There you are.
I'm back. I pressed the wrong button. My bad.
What do you think? So I was going to ask you before, because this comment came up, but Vivek, Christine's pretty hot. Okay. She's been coming in hot all night with the comments, but she said Vivek is a Democrat implant, and people have been getting very aggressive, with Candace, for instance, or anybody that wants to say anything positive about Vivek. Now, he's not going to be the person I vote for necessarily, but I don't think he is a terrible candidate. I just don't think he's ready for the presidency yet. Do I hope he is the future, possible candidate? Yes, absolutely. But for this election, I'm going to go for Trump all day. But what do you think about these people that are getting very, very tribalistic, like they have, like they've always been when it comes to Trump?
Sure.
But that say things like this.
Well, I'm not surprised. That's what people do during election time and other issues. And election season kind of goes on to the social issue as well. Also, very few voters think it economically. They think more socially when it comes to elections, and I think that's a problem, because you negate the economics behind the the policies that someone is pushing. And so that's how we got into this position now when it came to President Biden. Is he actually said what he was going to do when it came to all the issues, and you still voted for him. And a lot of people are complaining about him, but you voted for him. That's what he said he was going to do. Why are you complaining? I'm confused. But anyways, but is he a Democrat plant? Possibly, but I really believe that him and Trump have a deal behind the scenes.
You do. I mean, I even said at one point Trump could be a Democrat plant. If Vivek is one, why couldn't he be? Anybody could be a plant at this point.
I mean, that would be a great plan to have someone fight your battles for you while you fight
Mm-hmm.
the legal battles, which he's winning that, and someone that can speak as eloquently and succinctly as Vivek is something.
Mm-hmm.
I could even say what happened with the hot mic on, because Vivek knew he was on the camera. He knew he was. For him to say that, that could have been a plan. It's
Right.
chess, not checkers.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Patrick, just use the email that I sent you and just send me the guy's name and you link to his socials if you have that.
Yeah.
You don't need to send too much. I mean, we could probably look him up by his name.
That's fine. That's fine. I will reach out to him, see what's going on with him. We'll ask some questions. I'm very familiar with Texas politics. I live in Texas as well, and I ran for the Texas House in 2020. So I know exactly what's going on with the border, 2A, school choice, you name it. We're gonna get up in that thing.
Oh man. Let's see if there's any change.
Yeah,
He's still moving up. He's still moving up. He went from 25 to 27.
He killing the game right now.
No surprise. He's killing it.
Not at all. Supposed to be. I'm not surprised at all. I'm like, this is just what he's supposed to be doing. I would not be surprised.
No, I mean, I'm not surprised at all.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Donald Trump DeSantis ticket. I wouldn't be surprised. It's chess.
As DeSantis as his VP?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Because DeSantis needs help resurrecting his political career. Well, why not be the VP?
But after, as hard as he went after him, you think he would do that?
It's
as hard as Trump went after.
He's trying to win.
Lord.
I mean, look at how Ted Cruz, Ted Cruz and Trump, right? They were going at it. I mean, Trump went after his daddy and his wife, winded up endorsing them, becoming one of his biggest advocates. Trump was thinking about putting them on the Supreme Court.
True. Okay, let me ask you this. So this was from a post from the Offbeat Effect. They predicted this in December. That they said this is who they think Trump is considering for, this is top 10 for VP picks in 2024. So number 1 was JD Vance. Number 2, Ben Carson. I don't think this is in any order of importance. This is the one that they really predicted is probably going to be his pick. And I've never heard of her. I know she's in Congress for New York. Elise Stefanik.
Yes, she's second in command in the House.
Because she's like the longest serving, right, woman or something like that, isn't she?
No, she's not. No, she's not.
No?
She's not the longest serving. Okay. No, she took over Liz Cheney's spot when it came to leadership in the caucus when she got kicked out.
And what do you? I don't know. I don't know anything. You would say no to. I don't know anything about her.
I mean,
Sarah,
she's okay, but she didn't excite me at all.
Okay. Sarah Sanders, Kristi Noem.
No. Maybe.
That's the other one. Yeah, I thought too. Tucker Carlson.
Nah.
Byron Donalds.
Yes.
Carrie Lake.
No.
Why do you say no about Carrie Lake?
She's not ready. She doesn't have executive and or international experience, because typically the vice president goes across the seas to negotiate on behalf of the president and the nation. You need somebody that actually have that international experience. And that's done in some form of fashion.
Yeah. Nancy Mace.
No.
And this one, number 10, Nikki Haley.
Hell no. I would say the two I look at is top 3. Byron Donaldson.
Yeah.
Kristi Noem. So I think she's the prettiest governor in the nation. She's beautiful to me. And Elise Stefanik.
Okay. So those are your top 3.
Yes.
Did I say Ben Carson?
Yes, you did. He's not
one of the other. You don't think so?
I would make him the Surgeon General. That should be his whole thing, because that's in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, I agree. All right. We
Why not Tucker
listen, I wanted
Carlson?
to get
Patrick, why not Tucker Carlson?
He's a novelty to me. I mean,
Well,
he's good at his job. I love him as a commentator.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of. He didn't have any political experience. We're in this mess because folks that
Right.
so-called had political experience. I think
Right.
Tucker is more powerful outside of the office. I think that he could rival Fox News. He's
You know
that
what
powerful.
would be a good job for Tucker would be press secretary.
I don't think that he had the tempers to do it. I think the person that should be press secretary, Candace Owens.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
Candace Owens. I will put Kayleigh McEnany back up here again, which is fine. I don't think she'd do it at all because she has a pretty good job at Fox. But I will look at someone that the people can actually connect with. But no, it's going to be a war every day in the Oval in the press corps. They're going to come after you every day.
Yeah. She could handle it. Patrick, I'm putting up the email there somewhere in the middle, USA@gmail.com is where you can send that info to.
Yep.
Well, what else you got? I'm fresh out of stuff to talk about.
Well, just I would say, guys, man, hey, don't fall in love with a politician. Make sure the politician's following the agenda. Once you do that, it doesn't matter who that person is. They will never let you down because you didn't fall in love with the politician. Did you push the policies that are near and dear to me? If the answer is no, they got to go. If the answer is yes, vote for them again.
Which is why Trump is getting my vote.
Nikki Haley's getting crushed.
Yeah.
Because all the money was behind DeSantis first. And then they saw he wasn't doing that well. So the money dried up and went over to Nikki Haley. So if she doesn't have a strong showing here and really in New Hampshire, it's a wrap.
You think she'll drop out? No, I don't think she'll drop out.
Oh no, they're paying too much money. She's too much in love with money. She'll never drop out.
Yeah, she'll never drop out.
If she loses, what are the next? What are the caucuses? The next caucuses? What are that? You have Iowa, and what else you have?
Hold on, let me look it up. Hold on 1 second. Let me take this down real quick while I search that.
Republican National Caucuses.
I got it right here. All right, so we got New Hampshire on the 23rd, South Carolina on the 3rd. That's the Democratic one. February 6th and 8th is Nevada's Democratic one. February 8th, Virgin Islands. February 24th, South Carolina GOP. February 27th, Michigan primaries. March 2nd, Idaho and Missouri, Republican. March 3rd, Washington, D.C., Republican. March 4th, North Dakota.
Yeah.
March 5th is Super Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
March 12th, March 12th, the first round of voting after Super Tuesday is set for Democratic living abroad, Georgia, Hawaii, Mississippi, Northern Mariana Territory, and Washington State. March 15th, the Northern Mariana Territory GOP caucus. March 16th is Guam.
Okay.
I mean, it goes on forever. We got a lot.
That's fine. It's all good. If Trump wins the next three, he's won Iowa. If he wins New Hampshire, and then that third one, I think it's South Carolina, it's over. It's over.
It's over, meaning he's got the presidency unlocked.
Yeah, he has the nomination because Nikki Haley was the governor of South Carolina. You lose your own state,
yeah,
huh? And he invested so much money in New Hampshire, and you lose that. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's over. It's over. But she won't drop out at all because of the fact that they're trying to wound him as much as they can. Most likely they're talking, her and DeSantis are probably talking about joining forces. But the problem with that is who's going to drop out? Same issue that Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio actually had in 2016. Who's going to drop out?
Right.
Who's going to be the VP, going to be the president? On that ticket.
Woo, he jumped up a lot. 32,000.
Told you.
Fair and free elections,
now we're at
guys.
50% of the vote.
Come on, y'all. Stop. Let's stop the cap.
Thank God you're back. I have to. Suni, I'm going to let you put your thing back on because I couldn't hear yours, so I had to put mine on. So I'm going to take mine down. I'm going to run to the restroom really quick.
Okay.
And I'll be right back.
All righty then.
Boots on the ground is put time, money, and resources.
Trump is winning by
just last month
a ton.
Win Iowa.
Oh shoot. That is a big boost.
Yes.
So have they counted the metro areas yet? Or is it still the rural areas that they're counting?
They're going to the metro areas now.
Well.
It's over.
I still think it's too early to be calling for Trump. If we're going to keep the same energy we kept with the election, then let a significant amount of votes come in before you declare. But
what they're saying is the amount of votes out there that's left to be counted cannot make up the margin between these three individuals because they're going to be split most likely between Haley and DeSantis, and Trump has so much of a big lead. It's over. It's a wrap.
Haley took Story County.
He's won all the counties but one.
I want to see what Asa Hutchinson. Oh Lord. Uh-oh. We got somebody in the building. Who's here?
Cash. What's up with you, Cash? What's up, baby?
Go ahead and say it, Cash.
What's up, my brother? How are you?
Man, doing well. How you doing, big time? You all right, brother?
Hey, man, you know what? I can't cry, bro. I get any better, I might scream.
Hey, man, I've heard a lot of good things about your big dog, and I've heard you talk a couple times,
likewise,
man.
bro.
Loving it, brother. Loving what you talk about, big dog.
You say what, my bro?
I said, man, I love what you're talking about, man. I enjoyed the conversation between you and Chad today on Russo's show, man. That was a healthy, good conversation.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I like Chad. He's a good guy.
He is, man. Chad is very knowledgeable. I've learned a lot from him concerning Martin Luther King. And Uncle Tom 1 and 2 are great. Now, Suni's in Uncle Tom 3. And I'm waiting on him to call me up on Uncle Tom 4. I told him to go ahead and make 4 because Mo was getting kind of upset because there's nothing for no Latinos. And I said, all right, no problem. Make it Julio. Julio part 1. Part 2.
You funny as hell. He said, Julio,
we inclusive.
Hey.
Uncle Tom 3, let's go.
Hey, man. My man Trump smoking them, bro.
It is. It's it is not.
My man Trump smoking them.
Yes, it's a route.
Yeah, man, it's over with. Hey, DeSantis can't, and I don't got nothing against Ron DeSantis. I like Ron DeSantis, but he came out already. My man said, I think it's election interference if they're calling it for Trump already.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't, Cash.
Yes, he did.
Can I get the clip? No, you didn't.
Yeah, Joe, he's talking crazy already. I said, oh, come on. Hey, come on, Ron. You gotta stop.
Well, we got to get that clip of Ron losing it.
Oh, let me check on let me check on that one, guys.
He said election interference. No, he didn't. That's about to be breaking news for the past.
Hey, I wouldn't make that up. I would not make that up.
I know you wouldn't.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I've been getting reaffiliated with politics, so I've been watching everything. I've been watching CNN. I've been watching Fox. I've been watching Newsmax. I've been watching MSNBC. I've been watching ABC. I've been watching CBS. I've been watching everything just to see. And my man Trump is smoking them, dog.
Hey, Cass, no matter what City said about you behind your back, you good with me, big dog.
What?
You
What?
good?
Don't be saying nothing behind his back.
I appreciate that, my brother.
For sure, my man. For sure.
It's been nothing but
man.
good things said.
All love, all love.
Oh no, it's all good.
Wow, DeSantis, why the hell would you say that?
Oh,
You
did I
just
break
shot.
that first? Did I break that?
You
shit?
did break that first.
Yes, you
Guess
did,
what?
brother.
Look like I'm getting back to it already, baby.
Wow. Let's pull it up. You guys, not even kidding. It's right here. DeSantis campaign accuses media outlets of election interference for calling the Iowa caucuses for Trump early in the night.
Whoa.
DeSantis, we got to talk about you. Tomorrow's show is going to be filled with DeSantis crap. I can't believe you just said that. You literally just shot yourself in the foot. And the presidential campaign for you is over. It was over once you got on the stage and you got your ass stomped by Gavin Newsom because he got his ass washed.
He did.
Hey, look, you know when Ron DeSantis lost before he started.
He said before he started.
Shouldn't nobody think? Listen. I don't care what nobody thinks about Trump. All right, you should have known better. My man got an iron grip on the Republican Party right now, bro. Choking the life out his ass. You hear me? It's over. It's over. If anybody thought it was going to be anybody other than Trump, they're delusional. I'm just saying. I like Vivek. Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, I like Ron DeSantis. You know what I'm saying? But come on. They couldn't have been serious, bro. Ain't no way they could have been serious. There's no way. This is fun.
Oh, Lord. Well, Trump should be coming out any moment now to give his speech.
Hey, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear
Hopefully.
It's gonna be entertaining.
Well, we got both feeds up, so
Thank you. Thank you so much to everyone who came out and supported me. We all knew I was going to win. We knew it. I knew. Everyone knew. And now we have A Sanctimonious. He's crying now. He's on the news. He's saying, oh, election interference. I've been saying election interference. No one wants to listen. But now he wants to listen.
He said, now he wants to listen. But he wants to listen.
Oh,
you ain't never lied, boy.
wow. Well, we got DeSantis' stream up, Nikki Haley's stream up. So hopefully we'll be able to catch all of these candidates and their speeches. I'm more interested in what Haley has to say. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm way more interested in what she has to say. Just because I want to hear what type of rhetoric she comes out with. I already know Trump's going to come out and say exactly what you said. I don't want to hear Trump say that. I want to hear the losers talk.
We all knew I was going to win. If there was any doubt, you're not my supporter.
Damn. They got a question. Look at this question, man. On let me.
What's the question?
Real fast.
Yeah, bring it up.
I'm gonna show y'all for the folk in the back row.
Let me go over to X and see what's popping on X because you know that's where all the news breaks first.
Back row. Put it up for your partner.
Let's see.
Look at this here, man.
Wow. Tonight ahead of the.
Go ahead.
What's this say?
What's this
No, go ahead and read the question.
So tonight, ahead of the Iowa caucus, CNN took a poll asking voters in Iowa, do you think Biden legitimately won the 2020 election? 68% said no.
Yeah.
Of course he didn't win the election.
Wow.
It was rigged.
That's crazy.
It's the only way he won.
That's crazy, yo. God.
Sorry, y'all took so long. We were taking care of business.
I knew this. Let me say something. I knew this already. This was known.
This was known. This was known. This was known. Oh,
was known.
Everyone knows it was not stolen from us. It was rigged. Everyone knows. That's why the beautiful people showed up. They went to the rally, and I told them we're going to peacefully and patriotically. Nowhere did I say violence. Nowhere. But here they are. They got me on trial.
Yes, sir. They trash.
They locked up my main man. They locked up my main man, Free Cash Kelly. He's free now. If you didn't know, he's free. He's here.
So, Cash, they locked you up for the January 6th.
Both things. I was on pre-trial to see. Listen, I don't know if you noticed about me, but I got a history, right?
Okay.
And prior to all of that, before the Capitol, I was fighting a case, so I was on pre-trial release, so already pending felonies. And
yeah, okay.
then I went to the Capitol and I had a moment, and yeah, so I got locked up for both things. It's like a package deal.
Okay. I don't know the story, man. So forgive me, brother. I'm new to your story.
We're gonna chop it up. I'm gonna get your info. We'll chop it up one-on-one.
For sure. We'll do that damn thing. We'll do it.
This is my boss, Cash. That's the guy I work for. It's my boss.
Man. Stop playing. Lying to people. Stop playing, man.
That's what's up. Hey, man,
I am a boss, but not the boss.
Hell out here in Chicago right now, man. Y'all hear me? It's cold as hell out here.
Well, you in the Chi?
What? It's disrespectful
Man.
out here. I'm not used to it.
I'm afraid to go to Chi-Town during this time. I'm afraid. Man, that Hulk come out. That Hulk is beautiful. That thing is not nice, man.
Let me tell you something.
It's a different type of cold.
You come to Chicago, somebody could rob your ass with a bucket of water right now. It's so cold. Cold.
I'm sorry, Doc. Nope, y'all can have that, bro. That is not normal.
I don't want it.
God damn, bro. That whole state is red.
Of course.
Jesus Christ.
Come on. This is a farmer state. Come on. We knew what this was going to be. This is not a surprise. Is anybody surprised? Honestly,
No. Nah. You got to entertain the people, though. You know, you got to be a little charismatic and be like, whoa. And you know, there's some left-leaning people that watch me. So I kind of want to rub it in their face. What everybody knew was going to happen.
That'd be funny if Trump came out to that old song by Trey Songz. Make it say,
Yeah.
He came out bouncing.
Hey.
Give me.
That'd be funny too, boy.
Hey, you know what?
Until tomorrow morning around 10 a.m.
You know what song DeSantis is going to be singing?
What's that?
Y'all know what song DeSantis is going to be singing about Trey Songz?
Nah.
I don't want to leave. Hold on, but I got to go right now.
Oh, man. Hey, we got a funny guy from Kamala Harris, guys.
Oh, Lord.
We got a funny... Kamala Harris wants to come and grace us on the live. Thank you for showing up, Kamala.
When the people are in these stands watching you, be they parents or students or kids, you're lifting them up. When people are out here saying, oh, or they're saying, yay, or they're saying all of the things that they say in response to the game, you're lifting them up with a sense of joy about being a part of a community.
Holy Ghost.
He said,
she is the biggest idiot on the planet.
She said that like you're lifting them up.
Okay, who's smarter? Who's smarter? Nikki Haley or Kamala Harris? Who you taking?
Nan won. That's not a fair.
No.
That's not fair.
You got to take one.
That's not fair, Mo. Yeah, that's not fair.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Phil.
Damn, where'd Cash go? He just dipped out.
He said, Phil. I plead the Phil. He said,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my God! Oh,
Trump, come out and make your speech, bruh.
No, sir.
We just want to hear you talk. What happened?
He waiting on everybody else.
You think he gonna come out after everybody else?
Yep. Yes, sir. He was like,
That's petty.
Get your ass out. Get your ass out. Come on out, bro. Yep. Yeah, it's my time. I'm trying to talk. I'll come out with that Trey song. Oh, girl, it's your birthday. We don't buy. Yes, sir.
Nah, he gonna come out there. All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Uh-oh, we got an ad popping up. Why?
That's
weird.
No, it's a live feed. Y'all monetizing live feeds now? Let me know how to do that. Shoot.
Yo,
When's he coming up?
he's gonna take a minute. You know, Trump likes to make a grandiose
Come
entrance.
on, man.
Come on now.
He'll play that song. He said he's gonna play that song "Proud to Be an American." Come out, stand there. Do
And
your-
I'm proud to be an American. Of course he is.
Thank you. We knew we were going to win. Okay, on to New Hampshire.
Let's see. Nikki
time
Haley took
baseball.
Story County, but she only took it with 25 votes. Let me shut up. I'm gonna just keep my damn mouth shut.
This is what Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley. I've been digging right since I've been out now. And let me tell you, today I seen some stuff that I was just shaking my head at. I couldn't do nothing but shake my head. I said, damn, Nikki Haley's a backbiter for real, man. For real. I say, man, she be she be switching up. Like, it's crazy.
She's a liar.
I didn't know that because I actually liked Nikki Haley at first. And yeah.
I know you said that, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna let you figure it out by yourself.
I'm getting reaffiliated with it all. I follow Vivek on Instagram. He be going live a lot. You listen to him talk.
Don't say that around this crowd. They're gonna tell you he ain't American enough.
What?
Yeah.
He's a plant. He's a plant. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
he's a plant. I don't
If
want
he is
anybody
a
with the
plant-
last name Vivek running the country.
Let me just say this: if my man's Vivek is a plant, he was planted by Donnie Baseball, baby.
Yes, sir. I thought that's exactly what I just said. Said the
'Cause my
same
man
thing.
loves Trump.
He sure do, Doc.
Yeah.
Well, according to some of our followers here on Facebook, I mean, we can go all the way back up. He was planted here by the Democrats. Didn't we get that earlier in the live?
Yeah, Liddell answered that question.
Oh, you did? Bruh,
Yeah, he said
that was hilarious.
I wouldn't pay no attention to that. I would say you're entitled to your opinion, sir, as an American. So you're free to have it.
Oh man, Nikki Haley. Let's show Nikki Haley and her inconsistencies.
I bet you it's the one I watched.
Would not run if President
That's
Trump
the one I watched.
ran. I'm Nikki
You watched
Haley,
my video.
and I'm running for president. I will not now, not ever, support raising the gas tax. Let's increase the gas tax by 10 cents over the next 3 years. A huge issue that I'll deal with as soon as I get there is social media. They need to verify every single person on their outlet and I want it by name. I never said government should go and require anyone's name. I think China's been a really great friend of ours. Yes, I view China as an enemy. That was not what I intended to say. I do not think we need to pull money from the UN. The UN, the only thing is we would defund the UN as much as possible.
When a 12-year-old child in this country, assigned female at birth, says, actually, I feel more comfortable living as a boy, what should the law allow the response to be?
Well, I think the law should stay out of it, and I think parents should handle it. I think there should be federal involvement. You should not have any gender-altering anything done to a child before the age of 18. Would not run if President Trump ran.
Guys, you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Repeal the 19th. Can't have that. Inconsistent madness. Stand on your square.
Yo.
We know, Cash. You're not on this train. I got you. I'm on this train.
I'm not on the train. I don't know enough about it yet. Sometimes when I talk to certain women, oh, that's absolutely brilliant. He is phenomenal. I think, never mind. Lil Mo.
What's up?
How you doing, Lil Mo?
I'm I'm doing good. How are you doing? I just heard that you're in Chicago.
Yeah.
That's my hometown. You ain't used to that type of cold?
Yeah, I was born and raised out here.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, where you from?
I used to live on Grand and Pulaski. You know where that's at? By Jimmy's
Latin.
Hot Dogs. I don't know if it's still there. Jimmy's Hot Dogs?
I believe it is. But I could be
'Cause, you
wrong.
know-
I've been gone 3 years.
It's burned down last time I went there.
It could be.
I was
gone.
in line trying to get a hot dog and that joint caught on fire in the cold. In the cold.
If you really from Chicago, where's the real Maxwell's at?
The real Maxwell's? I don't know. I left Chicago when I was 9 years old. Oh, you're talking about the Maxwell's. I don't know. I can't remember.
Roosevelt and Taylor.
My bad.
Where'd Liddell
Damn.
go?
I don't know. There was a black. You know what? He was having problems with his feed earlier, and it kept getting him off.
Oh,
He'll probably be back.
Yeah.
gotta have Liddell on here.
Dude, I just need Trump to come up here. I'm over this.
Hey, look, y'all didn't want the election called with just how many votes we got in? How many votes have they counted so far? 70% are in. Last time, we got to be consistent. And if you want 100% of the votes counted, then you got to be patient and wait for the 100% of the votes to be counted.
You know,
Oh, here comes Trump.
Oh,
shh, stop talking.
All right. I'll be back.
Okay. Please say
Is it
something
low?
different.
Can you hear it?
It's a little bit low, yeah. There you go.
Okay, they're making it louder.
Please say something different, Poppy. Don't give us the same stuff you say all the time.
He goes forward with momentum that was predictable. Doug Burgum's there behind him. He had been running for president, but recently endorsed him, which was not a total surprise because he was not that negative on Trump, but it does raise a question about why some of these guys were in the race if they felt like Trump was qualified to be the president again. This is live coverage from the Washington Post. Trump's taking in the crowd, and we will go to his speech when he starts talking. He did one big event this weekend in person, a couple others sprinkled throughout the weekend. A lot of it, though, as one of our colleagues said, Rhonda, was done from his hotel room in Iowa because of the bad weather. So even when he was in Iowa, he was relying on teletown halls and not always interfacing with voters personally.
He didn't do a lot of hard.
He got a fresh spray tan.
He was
I
the
see.
opposite of DeSantis's ground game. And that shows you that he didn't have to introduce himself to Iowans. They knew him. They knew what he stands for. Evidently, they have favorable opinions of him and want him to return to the White House. So he did not have to do the work of a conventional candidate. But it goes back to what I said at the beginning of the show is, from what I'm hearing from folks on the ground who are studying the electorate there, people see him as the incumbent. This is almost like a race where he's just, coming in for another term consecutively. And that's how they view him.
That's right. It's a wrap.
He's really taking in the moment, as if this might be the election night. But again, this is the first stage.
Period of time, and most importantly, we want to thank the great people of Iowa. Thank you. We love you all. What a turnout, what a crowd. And I really think this is time now for everybody, our country, to come together. We want to come together, whether it's Republican or Democrat or liberal or conservative. It would be so nice if we could come together and straighten out the world and straighten out the problems and straighten out all of the death and destruction that we're witnessing. That's practically never been like this. It's just so important. And I want to make that a very big part of our message. We're going to come together. It's going to happen soon, too. It's going to happen soon. I want to thank some of the great people. We have so many senators. If I go through every name, we'll be here all night, and everybody's going to get angry at me. But the senators, the congressmen from Washington, they came down from all different states. I want to thank you very much. I want to congratulate Ron and Nikki for having a good time together. We're all having a good time together. And I think they both actually did very well. I really do. I think they both did very well. We don't even know what the outcome of second place is. And I see Carrie Lake. Congratulations, Carrie. Very good. I spotted her, I have to announce, because she's terrific. She's going to be a senator, a great senator, I predict, right? You're going to be a great senator. And I also want to congratulate Vivek, because he did a hell of a job. He came from 0, and he's got a big percent, probably 8%, almost 8%, and that's an amazing job. They all did. They're all very smart people, very capable people. I think most importantly, I want to thank my incredible wife, First Lady, I'll say former and maybe future. But more important than Melania, I want to thank her incredible, beautiful
Just when you
mother
want to
who
hate
passed
him,
away
you
a
gotta
few
love
days
him.
ago. And she's up there, way up there. She's looking down, and she's so proud of us. And I just want to say to Amalia, you are special, one of the most special people I've ever known. And that was a tough period of time for the family, but she's amazing. She was amazing. So I just want to thank what she's done for our family, and her husband, who's home right now and very lonely. He's a lonely man, but he's going to be okay. Victor, they're great people, great parents to all of us, really. Great parents, but also to Barron. Boy, did she take care of Barron. That's how he got so tall. He only ate her food. And I want to thank my
Barron is a
family
giant.
generally. They've worked so hard, and they've taken so much abuse for being good people. I mean, good people. But Eric and Don, they really did. These two have been working so hard, and they have another job also, so they have to do it all. But they've been working so hard, and I know that Ivanka is home and Tiffany's home. They're watching, and I know that Barron's watching. Good old Barron. I said, "You're going to be a basketball player." He said, "Well, I like soccer, Dad. Actually," I said, "At your height, I like basketball better, but sometimes you can't talk them into everything." But he's a special boy. But the whole family is just incredible, and my sister Elizabeth, who's just the biggest fan. She's just an incredible person and always supportive. We love Elizabeth so much. Also, we have a woman who took a big chance. You know, in most states, we have support of everybody, the Congress, the senators. We had Marco Rubio. We had Rick Scott the other day. We have, probably 55% of the senators. And now they're all calling and saying, "We want to endorse you, sir." I said, "Oh, great." Same thing with the Congress, men and women. We have tremendous, much more than anybody probably has ever had in this position. And we love them all. They're great. They're really trying to do a good job for our country. But one woman in Iowa who really stepped
I'll be right
up
back.
is
I'll be right
your
back.
Attorney General, Brenna Byrd. She really, really stepped up. Where is Brenna? Come in. She stepped up. She's going to be your governor someday, I predict. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll be watching, but she really did. She broke away from the pack, and she had tremendous courage, and wasn't easy. In some states it's easy. In other states it's a little bit more difficult. But we have really the support of the people of Iowa, which has been just incredible. Another man who was actually the first person to endorse me in the entire country. He's a state senator. His name is Brad Zahn. He looks like he's the most handsome guy, I think. Oh, you made it. He had to drive from his Caucus location. You made it. I call him the Marlboro Man. Hey, Brad. You want to say something? Come on, go up. Say something.
Well, I'll tell you, I had to actually do a TV interview bragging about you. The reason why I was late is because of that, but is he awesome or what? I am honored to be the first person in the United States to endorse this guy. The next president, the 47th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
And when he says endorse, we're really talking about 2015. He endorsed me before, actually, long before I knew I was going to run. I said, who's this man in Iowa? He's a senator, a state senator. He's a good-looking guy, too. Doesn't he look? You could pay him and give him a lot of money. And by the way, Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you for being here. You are so great. Comes all the way from Missouri, which isn't that far. You can't drive an electric car that far, though. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. The group of people that we have on the stage is just emblematic of the tremendous group that we've had. We've had such a great team. You know, we did well. We were looking really good in 2016. And just to go back to the senator, he was saying, I said, who is that guy? Brad, his name. Who is he? He keeps endorsing me. He keeps saying Trump, and I didn't even know I was running. He endorsed me 4 months before I knew I was running, about 4 months before the Escalade ride down with our great First Lady. And that was Brad. I said, who is he? So he was the first one. But we have people that are so incredible. Your Republican Party Chairman, Bobby Kaufman, and his son, who is a brilliant guy, and he worked with us. And I will tell you, that is a family of real professionals. Matt Whitaker, who is the very talented and very good Attorney General. Where is Matt? He's around here someplace, and he's been with us all the way. You know, we have a man that was very impressive, and I say there's nothing wrong with it. He's so solid and so good that he didn't catch on. Sometimes being a little controversial is good. He's so perfect, although he did break his leg during the campaign. That wasn't so good, but it sort of stood out a little bit, Doug. But Doug Burgum from North Dakota, the governor, and his beautiful wife, Catherine, and he got out of the race. What people don't know is that he actually supported me on the other side twice already, right? Then he decided to do it, and he was outstanding. But the traction is never easy, right? You need controversy for traction sometimes, and this guy is the most solid guy. There's no controversy whatsoever, and he's one of the best governors in our country, and I hope that I'm going to be able to call on him to be a piece of the administration, a very important piece of the administration. And also, just to conclude with this, the entire Trump team, and that includes my two boys who are really here all the time, whenever we needed them. Whenever we needed them. They are great, Eric and Don. And look at all these people. Oh, Susie, I have to say. And Chris. And they want no accolades. They just want a victory, and they want to make America great again. That's all they want, actually. They don't want to be speaking. They don't want to have pictures. They just want to do their job, right? I want to thank you very much, Jason, everybody. You're really fantastic. What a job you've done. Thank you. So we're going to come together. We're going to drill, baby, drill right away. Drill, baby, drill. We're going to seal up the border. Because right now we have an invasion. We have an invasion of millions and millions of people that are coming into our country. I can't imagine why they think that's a good thing. It's a very bad thing. I think it's a group of people that are probably larger in number than New York State. And we can't have that. We can't have that. It's not sustainable as a country. It's horrible. And you know, they're coming from prisons and jails. They're coming from all over. They're coming from countries that most people have never heard of. And they're coming from mental institutions and insane asylums. They're being emptied out into our country. And they're terrorists. Many terrorists are coming in. You know, in 2019, I saw just recently on a poll, they had none in 2019, no terrorists. Now, I even say there's got to be some, but they have none. And then as soon as this group took over, they have hundreds and hundreds of terrorists coming in, known terrorists, some of them really bad. And many of them are in, and they came in, and nobody knows where they are. This is not a good thing. And we're going to have to deport. We're going to have a deportation level that we haven't seen in this country for a long time, since Dwight Eisenhower, actually.
Donald Trump taking victory in Iowa. We'll interrupt his speech here. He's getting into saying a lot of things. He says often, Rhonda,
institution. So I don't want to be overly rough on the president. But I have to say that he is the worst president that we've had in the history of our country. He's destroying our.
I think it's wrong of them to interrupt him.
Yeah, we could talk about that after.
You know, my wife attended the funeral 2 months ago of Rosalind Carter, and it was beautiful. And Jimmy Carter was there, and I thought to myself, Jimmy Carter is happy now because he will go down as being a brilliant president by comparison to Joe Biden. He'll be a brilliant president. He's going to be known as brilliant by comparison. So we have to stop the invasion. We have to bring down our energy. We have to, you know, I say all the time, we have more liquid gold under our feet than any other nation anywhere in the world. And we have to stop the crime, and we have to help rebuild our cities, and we have to rebuild the Capitol, Washington, D.C. I was there on one of the Biden indictment trials. You know, this is the only person this never happened before, but I go to a lot of courthouses because of Biden, because they're using that for election interference. And it's on things like election. And I don't know if you know, but they did polls tonight on the election of 2020. Do you believe it was honest or not? 82% said it was not. And we can't have that, Chairman. We can't have that. You can't have a situation like that. So we're going to straighten out our elections. We're going to do a lot of great things. We're going to try and go to paper ballots as soon as possible.
We need them straightened out before you get into office, if you could even get there, because ain't shit been done to fix the voting process.
62 days, and if you need some more time, take as much time as you want, and so many bad things happen. We have to get rid of mail-in ballots, because once you have mail-in ballots, you have crooked elections. Actually, Jimmy Carter's commission said that a long time ago. We're going to rescue our economy. We're going to save our economy. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. There was never a greater economy, and now we don't. And when you look at what's happened with inflation, inflation is destroying. You know, they call it a country killer. Going back hundreds of years, Germany, countries that had big inflation are dead. They become dead countries. We have to stop that immediately. And we want peace through strength. Russia would have never attacked Ukraine, would have never done it. Putin and I get along fine. We get along very well. That's a good thing, not a bad thing. The fake news, which if the fake news would become real and honest news, 90% of our problems in this country would be solved. They would be solved. So Russia would have never attacked. Israel would have never been attacked. The Ukraine situation is so horrible. The Israeli situation is so horrible. What's happened? And we're going to get them solved. We're going to get them solved very fast. I actually said Ukraine. I know President Putin very well. I know Zelensky very well. I'm going to get them in. We're going to get it solved very quickly. Should have never happened. Would have never happened. Now you have all that death, far greater than people understand. The numbers are far, far greater than anybody would even think possible. You're going to find that out in the years to come. When they knock down these massive buildings in Ukraine, and then you see they announced 2 people were slightly wounded. No, many people were killed. Many people were killed. We're going to get it stopped. But it's so sad because it should have never started. People killed and a culture destroyed. You can never replace 1,000-year-old buildings with the most beautiful golden domes and churches and everything, just all rubble now. And it's so sad. Would have never, ever happened. And likewise, Israel would have never been attacked. It all comes from Iran, and we would have had to deal with Iran very quickly had the election where we, by the way, got, and I say we because it's all we got more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country. But they say we lost by a whisker, okay? But regardless of that, we're going to...
That's such an old person term. We lost by a whisker.
We're not going to let China do what they'd like to do. I get along great with him also. President Xi is a very strong leader. And we're going to get things solved. We're going to get the Ukraine war solved. We're going to get the Israeli situation solved. But if you think back to that, Iran was broke. I said to every country, anybody does business with Iran, buys oil from Iran, they were broke. We're not going to let you do business in the United States. And that's the way it is. They did very little business, almost sold no oil. Nobody wanted to do that. That's a big penalty. And what happened is they had no money to give to Hamas and to give to Hezbollah. And in fact, there were a lot of stories at the time. They had no money for terror. And for 4 years, we had no terror. We had the terror ban. We had the terror ban. They called it the Trump travel ban, but it was really the Trump terror ban. We don't want people in our country that are going to blow up our shopping centers. Thank you very much. And we want a country of law and order. So we're going to rebuild the capital of our country, Washington, D.C. We're going to scrub those beautiful marble columns and get the swastikas off them, and we're going to scrub them and get the graffiti off them, and we're going to clean the streets, and we're going to rebuild the streets, and we're not going to have rusted medians through the middle that are falling down into the roads where foreign dignitaries from all over the world come and they look. And we're not going to be riding on top of garbage like I did just a month ago, riding on top of garbage. We're going to rebuild our beautiful Washington, D.C., and we're going to take control of it, and we're going to make unbelievably harsh penalties for people that go around shooting. Last week they shot 3 people, and every night something happens. It's so sad. And likewise, we're going to rebuild our cities, and we'll work with the Democrats to do it. I'd be glad to work with the people in New York. We're going to work with the people in Chicago and LA. We're going to rebuild our cities, and we're going to make them safe. And we're going to give our police officers immunity. So every time they do something, they don't get
immunity.
Stopped.
We're
going to end crime in our cities.
No, he's talking about the community. The community, not immunity. Community.
You don't know about crime.
I heard immunity.
I heard immunity. He said we're going to give police officers immunity.
So that they don't get something every time. Yeah.
Can you rewind it? We're going to stop crime in America. So I want to just finish by saying that.
Okay, he said he's going to finish. I don't want to go back too far.
This is the 3rd time we've won.
Let's see.
So I want to just.
Sorry, y'all. We do need to hear that again.
And every night something happens. It's
put on captions.
It's so sad. And likewise, we're going to rebuild our cities, and
there is no captions.
The Democrats to do it. I'd be glad to work with the people in New York. We're going to work with the people in Chicago and LA. We're going to rebuild our cities, and we're going to make them safe. And we're going to give our police officers immunity.
No, he said immunity.
Oh, he said immunity.
Something they don't get.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely not, sir.
I thought that they called it at about 10 o'clock. My impression, see this gentleman? He's dressed like a wall. I love this guy. He's been at 150 rallies probably, right? He has
dressed like a wall.
I've ever seen. It's all beautiful brick. Will you come up here? Just come up here. Come on. It's so
The
nice.
dude's built like a wall.
Come on up here. He's emblematic of what we did. We built over 500 miles of wall. We were going to add another 200 miles. It's much more than we promised. And we had the safest border in the history of our country. Now we have the worst border in the history of the world. Look at this man. Congratulations. Really nice.
Oh,
Nice to
this
see
guy.
you.
Yeah, I
Take
saw
care of
him at
yourself, okay? Thank you. I love that outfit.
What's it called?
I love him. That's great. We love it. That's a hot selling jacket, by the way. So.
Yeah.
But that represents what we did. No, we built a tremendous, that's the reason. And we got Mexico to give
We'll
us
get into the immunity talk, y'all.
free. And we had Remain in Mexico. And we
I would
had
have to know
Release in Mexico.
what that would look like.
And we did a job. We had the safest border in our
Because
history. We had the greatest economy in our history. We had a great, we were a great
I know
nation
SAID has a
years
different
ago, and
different
now we're a
perspective on this
nation
as
in
well.
decline. We are going to turn it around so fast.
I'm
It's
sure
gonna
he
happen
doesn't
so
mean
fast.
like
We're
immunity
gonna drill,
across
we're
the
gonna
board
make
from
great- we've got
everything.
Great wealth. We're going to drill. We're going to use that money to lower
But
the
yeah, there
taxes
has to be
even
some
further.
type
We gave
of
you the biggest
clarification
tax
around
cut
I
that.
forget
in
what's going on with
history.
that. Yeah.
And we're going to lower them
Yeah, that has to be
further, and we're
clarified.
also going to pay off national debt. It's about time. It's about time. So it's now off to New Hampshire, a great place. We won it last time, and we won it both times. And we love it. The people are great.
CD, he said, so they don't get blamed every time something happens.
We love Iowa, but they're all great. They only want to see one thing. They want our country to come back. They're embarrassed by what's going on. Our country is laughed at. All over the world, they're laughing at us. And they want our country
He's right about that.
to come back. They want America, they want us to be great again. It's a very simple MAGA,
Yeah.
make America great again. And America first. America first is a very important part of MAGA. So we're going to put America first. We're going to make America great again. Again, Iowa, we love you. You are going to, you just go out and buy larger tractors and more land. Don't worry about it. And to all of the people standing behind me and all of the people in this room and so many great politicians and great dignitaries and friends, I just want to thank you all. This is a very special night. And this is the first, because the big night is going to be in November when we take back our country, and truly, we do make our country great again. Thank you very much, everybody.
Awesome. I need that clip. I don't
I
really
like
care
that
about anything
Trump.
else he's saying.
I like that Trump. I thought he did a good speech. He didn't go too far into the weeds where he's always trying to go. I think he brought the Trump everybody likes.
Ah, come on.
Hi, AMC.
Y'all can offer y'all's commentary. I'll be back.
Okay, I will be, I guess, brief. I'm so excited because my Canon camera is not working, which is good. Concerning Trump, the immunity person, I gotta see what he meant by that, because I know Said has a different perspective on this that I would like to know a little bit more about. What is immunity? What does it look like? Unpack the legalities of it, the pros and cons of it before I actually offer commentary on it. I don't know enough about immunity to even comment on it.
Right, exactly. I agree. I agree with that. I think if they were going to go the route of immunity and there's some type of like structure around that, I think there definitely has to be accountability at a higher level in the police department. So if you're saying, hey, we're going to apply this immunity thing to this situation, that it's being heavily vetted at the top, and whoever makes that call is going to be fully responsible if in fact that person is found at fault. I don't know how I don't even know how you could do it if you don't go through the process of investigation. You're basically saying, I want to give you.
Well, even if you have some people at the top making this decision, the problem that I kind of see is that echo. Am I tripping?
No, I think that's Suni's background. Maybe is the baby crying, Suni?
No, I can hear myself talking. Anyways, but my thing is this here. It doesn't matter who is at the top. A system is only as good as those that actually run it.
All right.
And so, people's decisions are guided by their moral compass. No matter what you think, that's what's actually happening. There's a discipline, there's a morality that's governing those decision makings. It doesn't matter if the person has a high level title. How are you thinking? What's governing your decision making? So in order for me to understand immunity, I have to understand the entirety of it from a pro and a con scenario, so we can see exactly how to properly structure it.
Right. What are your thoughts, Suni?
I don't agree with that. I don't think that the Fed should even touch that. And the fact that people are like teasing being okay with the idea of the Fed stepping in where the state regulates police is absurd to me. That is called government overreach. You need to get local politicians that are going to treat police officers right and not depend on the Fed to step in and do anything. So I would be directly opposed to anything like that. I don't care if it's Trump in office or not. The Fed shouldn't be touching the police for what? For what?
So your point of view is the federal government running everything, and I can agree with that because we are a decentralized. We're supposed to be a decentralized government, but what's been happening is a lot of the times is Washington is growing, and the local county state is getting smaller as far as when it comes to influence. So I could agree with that premise on that. Um, I'm talking about the technicalities of what immunity is. I agree with Sunni. The For a situation that's happening in Dallas or San Antonio or LA or pick a city or a county, that should be a state, county, city, local. And if those areas need the assistance of the federal government, should have the privy to reach out to them. It should not be federal government runs everything. Hell no.
Right.
No, sir.
Absolutely not. But I would love to see what he says in the future, if he clarifies his statements on these things or if he even brings it up again. But as far as I'm concerned, it really wouldn't matter what the hell he clears up. The Fed doesn't need to be involved in state matters. It does not matter to me.
You have
Stay
to
away.
get that clarified. Because they clarify. What do you mean by immunity?
I'm sure somebody will pull that out of his speech and it'll
I
become.
need specifics.
Well, they should. They should. I'm going to. I'm going to make a whole video out of it. What do you mean by this? It doesn't matter if it's Trump to me. I don't give a damn who you are. You need to clarify what you mean by these things, and we shouldn't let him get off scot-free just because he's Trump. I'm not giving anyone the benefit of the doubt. When you inject the Fed into the state, that muddies the water. You either want a small government or you're okay with the centralized government. You can't have it both ways.
So let's dive into this real fast. Let's say, for instance, a smaller government, like let's say a city or a county, they're mistreating their constituents, police officers from a prosecutorial standpoint. Should the Fed step in then or not?
Investigate, sure. But you still need to let the state handle the matters. They can investigate all they want. Investigate, report your findings, but you need to allow the state to deal with that.
I agree. I agree with that. 1000%.
Sure. I got about 5 more minutes before I gotta go get my babies, but I wanted to play this video that I had grabbed from Twitter, and this is coming from the DeSantis side of things.
Well, what happened tonight is appalling. The media calling the race for Donald Trump before votes have been cast. I personally spoke in multiple precincts in front of hundreds of voters. And while I'm presenting and delivering the closing argument for Ron DeSantis and actually flipping voters, people start getting alerts on their phones saying the race is over before they've even won. One guy said, why do we even bother voting if it's already over? That is absurd. That challenges the very tenets of our Republican democracy, and that should not happen. We still expect a good night. I know, it's going to take a while for votes to come in, but you can't taint the process like that. Having a victory declared before people have even voted, before arguments have been heard, that's not right.
I'm sorry.
Arguments? First of all, there's no arguments. This isn't a debate.
Bro, this is, man.
He won. There's 70% of the vote in. I was teasing when I said no, be consistent, 100%. Like,
when was that? Like, when did that statement get made? Early on or just now?
That, like, probably about 30 minutes ago.
Oh.
So, DeSantis in his campaign. This is what I mean.
True? Is this true?
Yes, he dropped out. I've been seeing this on Twitter as well. Vivek drops out.
You lie. I need to see this.
We'll pull it up on X. 1 second. DeSantis' campaign, bro.
But I thought Vivek was America first.
Yep, he's right.
How does this make him not America first?
Should keep fighting, Studi.
That's not smart. He is positioning himself for a VP spot.
Relax.
He wants to be on the cabinet.
Relax. Chillax. I'm just.
Yep, he sure did. He sure did. Vivek, boy.
We'll see what happens.
Press
No, it's
conference
Vivek first.
10:15 at Shirley Hotel. We will live stream on X.
Everybody is reporting it. Benny Johnson reported on it. You know, you guys trust him for everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
he's
ain't
dropped out.
truth until Dan Bongino says it.
Oh Lord. You know, I just want to say something to that real quick. We say a lot of the same things Dan Bongino says before he says it, and y'all still bring back Dan Bongino videos. Did you see it on Dan Bongino?
I am
Listen,
sick and tired.
forget Dan
In
Bongino.
my own house, I got to deal
You
with
see,
this
look,
Dan Bongino.
look, hold on. Let's highlight the hater at the bottom. You're supposed to be promoting Sunni and Mo.
You're promoting Suni and Mo, and you over here telling Suni and Mo, yo, y'all see what Dan Bongino said? No.
You see this? Hey, listen, this is why I go so hard against these Cowboy fans, because they have no loyalty.
See, Sunni.
No loyalty.
See. It doesn't feel too good, does it?
What you mean? We talking about the Cowboys versus Sunni and Mo. I think we come way up here versus the Cowgirls.
You should
be sending Dan Bongino our show and being like, my girls said it first. That's what you need to be saying.
Hey, wait, what's the saying? Repeal the what?
Oh,
now you want to repeal the 19th.
Repeal the 19th.
See? What's Candace going to do now? Candace is going to do what Candace does. She is going to support the best candidate that is going to win.
Suni, I think we need to go on strike. Liddell will appreciate us.
Y'all go. See what I'm talking
he
about?
Don't appreciate us, y'all.
Here they go. Here they go whining.
He don't appreciate us.
Anyways, sometimes you guys do break stories as well. Dan just actually has. I mean, the dude live streams and he has 107,000 people.
You just said you just heard what he said, right? He's got more numbers than y'all, so he's better.
That's not what it said. Nope.
I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna remember. Listen, Suni, clip this and put in the archive for when we blow up. We'll remind Liddell what he said about us and believe in us.
I knew that you guys were a little bit progressive. Look what y'all be doing. This manufacturing.
This ain't got nothing to do with progressivism.
Y'all go. I knew you had a little bit.
Y'all heard him say the numbers, right?
Hey.
Y'all heard
I
him.
said was they heard what I said, then they heard you rephrase what I said. Look, let me see
this. People who are listening,
I'm
Liddell Bugs is anti-woman.
Y'all go.
He's anti-woman. He hates women.
Y'all. Here we go. So I'm anti-women, guys. I have a wife and 2 girls, no boys, but I'm anti-women.
And where is your lovely wife? Probably in the kitchen. Where is she at?
Where's she? In the bedroom chilling. Yeah. Why ain't she? I ain't gonna say that. No. Anyways, what I'm saying is this here is a lot of times you guys do break stories. You do, which is great, and you guys are first. What I'm saying is Dan has a bigger audience. That's why he gets more of a pull than you guys do. That's going to change. That's going to change. But that's all I'm saying.
But how we gonna get there when you sharing a Dan Bongino to us and but not vice versa?
Hey, I share Dan Bongino to you guys. And there's a point. Here y'all go. I have never shared anything with Dan Bongino at all. Not one thing. Not one thing. Ever. Okay.
He said ever.
I told you guys are progressive. I'm taking a picture right there. These are 2 progressives, y'all. Look at them. Imposters. They're the plants. They're the plants. No.
Suni, we need to do like one of those like mugshot photos, like where we hold up like our jail number and just say progressives. Progressive women.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Yeah. That'd actually be a dope shirt.
It would. I got to do this Trump video because I don't like that you just said that, sir.
Yes, do that. Call them out.
Uh-oh.
And tag them.
Hold on, y'all.
What was she going to show us before we got sidetracked on Vivek and Dan Bongino?
I don't know.
Dang.
I don't know.
Show us something. Let me see what Vivek said.
Anyway,
what
do you say?
No, I was trying to see if I could play his video on X. Something else is happening. I don't know what's going on. My video's acting up. Anyways, I think Suni's probably going to get off pretty soon here.
Me as well. I got to go as well. Thank you guys for allowing me to come on your show.
All right.
I fully endorse your show. It's the best show. Well, best show second to mine, but the best show that's not named mine on the planet. You know what I'm saying? It's educational. It's entertaining. It's entertaining and informational. See what I'm talking about? See, I give the best plugs on the planet.
Everybody give Liddell Bugs a good night. Liddell Bugs, the woman hater and chooser of bad NFL teams. Everybody give him a round of applause in the comments.
Here y'all go. Here that go, y'all. Say, hey, yeah, whenever you hear someone like Mo talk bad about me, you know it's a lie. You know it's a lie. It's okay.
Mo only speaks truth, Liddell.
I understand.
All
well,
right.
guys, thank you so much for your time. God bless you guys. See you guys next time. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Peace.
All right, guys. Well, it is just me. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to be back with the show tomorrow because tomorrow is Tuesday. I'm sorry to have confused some of you guys thinking that it was Tuesday night, but we came up and wanted to do the coverage of the Iowa caucus. But we will have our regular show Tuesday night. We'll also have our regular show Friday night. So join us back here tomorrow. Make sure you give this video a like. And tomorrow our show will be at its normal time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me make sure I got our outro ready to go. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Patriotic summer, high school margarine is just a